Damina Masiasa Babim, Twayan Common so higher Semper 94.7 Ekosiisen Jumediano. Obakaya no Dom Kuma, Rashibijum, Eddie, 100 December to Johnny Nafa, a year police recruitment. Nekwa Unze, Aban Wasui, and an call for Eddie Dijuma. Yen Kuti in Sempotia, Wanaka, Nafa Wanaba, and Koma Ono, ye dear Twaso, Yeko Abba.
Standing the fact that the minority raised serious concerns about the criteria adopted by the NPP government to recruit personnel into the security services. It has persisted in taking additional steps in the last few days that we have seen. The NDC minority can authoritatively state that not long ago, the NPP government again has illegally and fraudulently given out 30 slots to all MPP parliamentary candidates across the country for the recruitment into the security services, namely Ghana Police Service, 2, the Immigration Service, 3, the Fire Service, 4, the Ghana Army, 5, the Ghana Navy, and 6, the Ghana Air Force. 30 slots to each parliamentary candidate of the NPP. The recruitment of the NPP foot soldiers into the security services, especially in this election year, is a calculated attempt to compromise the elections, given that the loyalty of the new recruits in the event that they are deployed will be to the ruling MPP and not to the state, as it is required for all security personnel. The murder of the 8 innocent Ghanaians during the 2020 presidential elections and parliamentary elections by the NPP party hooligans marks as security personnel is still fresh on our minds. These needless deaths as a result of the infiltration of our security services by such NPP thugs and hoodlums who were recruited into the security services. The blood of those whose lives were unlawfully and violently taken by the NPP thugs in security uniforms will continue to be in the hands of this government. Ladies and gentlemen, it is unacceptable that the government continues to put cheap partisan considerations ahead of the overall peace, security, and stability of our country in the run-up to the 2024 elections. We wish to remind His Excellency the President, President Kofi Adams, and the Vice President Alhaji Bawumia, that they will not have their way this time round, regardless of whatever maneuverings that they will roll out in the 2024 elections. We will resist these shenanigans with all our might and all our strength. Our members, our supporters and sympathizers will not just defend themselves against unlawful attacks by the NPP thugs in uniform. We shall hold these NPP hoodlums personally responsible for their unlawful violation of the laws of Ghana and the legitimate rights of our people. Ladies and gentlemen, it is in the interest of the NPP foot soldiers to act lawfully or face the full consequences of their actions and the wrath of our supporters. Just as the minority protested vehemently against the politicization of our security services through illegal recruitment in 2019, we once again demand that recruitment into all the security services be halted forthwith to allow for advertisement to be made with the qualification criteria duly spelled out for all to see. By so doing, we would have created equal opportunity for all Ghanaians who would then be selected on the basis of merit and not cheap partisanship and nepotistic consideration. Ladies and gentlemen, we believe that this practice must stop.
So that's the minority leader here to force no so then come or the atuja ne gidie ene ne dom kuma wono mashejeri atuja say wono ehunu e wa dance ye pe face Ekwanya eya ban and the parliamentary candidates one first titu efa ye security agencies no and ye purpose each a parliamentary candidate for the New Patriotic Party. Enipa mako aduasa and the amount slots mako aduasa meche 30 each into by immigration said the original ama Esutifi South Esutifi South I make ono 30 the original man 30 so 30 eco immigration eco military eco police eco fire service na wana simo mo kan nyina so say enipa nwotwe a na no da 2020 eco to aba one should on kwan sa mojano e was sa ban we so ntipe panon firi na afi okoso so kai MPP amanyoko ne se wona chitafo bi ne ma wonya akwanya akɔhye ye security agencies nim no afi we pa bato no ho hyehyɛ de enya de a wona chitafo no wona betwea momo amomai bibia ense na emfata de wona sire nyina ne se sa slots 30 each year there ma parliamentary candidates for the New Patriotic Party no wona de said they dey kan ono nya kra momuntu sa na mono kra wona fan hyehyɛ mbeto de obokrata ahodo num magana fo nyina hunu se adwumadie bi sei ana afi ekoso no ebasa ma obi anya akwanya me kire equal opportunities ma obi anya akwanya se me hu se sa ye de oboy omo boss ade hu dawru enti be simi kosoma minim de ma ho odin ahwese sa akwanya no ye be fa me bi o ma na o se yantwe hu amfiri abusuasem ne nyoma ensem fata je enye papa mo ama o man no ne kanko no enti mindimu enwie eye peyo enti ye be kwa agoma no so quickly na yakodi eye enkomo ye kojina boem eye constituency oko boem a yera Kofi Adams ana oye emrashi bedwani a ogina adehia ewo ho no won anemu bari emrashi bedwam de unze ogina ma won nyina but on the ticket of the NDC nimnya for Kofi Adams we ma hai na boko de
Minia mejodo na miankasa de mekasa mi huye but oman no nyama bebria ekoso a se yenyina yansori anka ho asem anhwe se yebeye bibia ewo mra kwan so yebeye bibia ne nida ho pefe a ye very clear da chibi ebe haye
I see
amayaman bebria ye kinkan ye hwe wo TV so nyama en chedanye ekoso no omuno Ghana nye any better than them enra Archbishop Nicholas Duncan Williams eka bibi say maye ndada ye hu say o Ghana for the yenkofo a yempe ye hu asem and so on and so forth so de bia no bia to me the fire so eye nia ope there bi sa de no bia ndada ne hu sa because ewo Ghana haya uko some of the communities near say omo kuntokwa ye nyina yetu ayeso say enye ade no Ghanaians omo so ye Ghana for adentina sa de na ukoso because obi feel say obi fa kwan bi so a enye e de ye nia o feel say yesisinu enti so obi antie na asem obi am pese obaye nia ebe ya na ni nyina dani akọ bibia yempe so it's important ze minia ye nyina no ye bekasa mun sem chirofo mu beka bi asofo ni mpenifo omso beka ni owo se omuka ahimfo ene ahima omso nka bi civil society enka bi maye njai ma NDC nkwan se NDC nkwan na ommekasa no ya dia ye nyina ye responsibility say ye bekasa.
I see. So as a member of the Defense and Interior Committee and a Ghanaian as well, and I was a member of Parliament for Adeshia Ewo Buem. And no other more central phone she mooning koma mudi no asefem ehu kakra ana ha dwene kakra. E dia na munima ye mudodo na ye nimti a eno ambeka ho asemi.
Well, you made us minia. When him say o me die adie ba ko a wo ya information about nsem regularly any amayonsem and especially say we get kendini by all means no information be ebeba so yeni so say yen security services no omo amaye indication through omo budget any appropriation ya yedema won say in 2024 yi omo recruitment omo fa yem mebunu bi e dia kok the one for through training a bit a police for a bit fire service a bit immigration a bit called prison and a bit called armed forces meaning now omuba ye name as a committee ye di hun komo ye can ye say ye can na bibia eko ewie afedie na akase omudi processes no beto ho a processes ni nyina no enimbe da ho pefe ade ba kokura ye kan ho nsem eni say you say some of the security sector for no omo forms na omo advertise ya ye to no omo mfa nka omo IGF ho NDA insist say eno so nkoye part of omo IGF na ye account for bibia fully including the payment for medicals ni ye ka ho nyina ye part of IGF na ye ya account for bibia the cost of the processes any ya ebeka ebeye revenue to omino na ya chenu according to the percentage ya ewo say maybe 5 or 15 or 30% retention ni aka no na yetiegu aban ni fituo no mu for other general developments as part of national revenues. Many ya kasa de nyina ewie ye hu advert bia nya ye beteno apart from military for omoye omodie no at a certain time no na nya ye ti ya no say ye frefre for especially parliamentary candidates of New Patriotic Party say omomfa nipa of a certain number. And in addition, apart from parliamentary candidates, in some of the constituencies, party in for Sonia then emphasis and famra. I say, now you who advert, you who be here, he fason a fed ye be call into saying your elections cry, and you're even wrong. Say, ye be fa actively partisan persons, like a parliamentary candidate. So nipa no cry kasa maybe ya to Obama no cry wie na che obeye pikura na say okay ya dey foul so hwe wo area ho na direct advice your mom wo ho e parliamentary candidates anti-parliamentary candidate ko fa nipa bra at this critical moment a year go into elections I would say ye be training be 5-6 months I will be just around the election and why na would you say obekwa kofa na obekwa kofa uncompetitive another vigilante person we affiliated to MPP or the Nebeba. Now, then the vigilantism now you see ye free system no now you the one through the uniform into the uniform sector. And no NMA yekoye nura press conference by our leader say there be sadie no mo munye omumfamra kwan so yenye advert nipa nye den apply yen hwe omo apply yen system no eti say wo apply na say wo nye qualify kra form na be indicate say unqualified because either say wo height na wo di share ho no endru height na sector no omuhia ana wo age no we older than that particular age na ye hwe the highest point na ye hwe maybe wo educational grace no maybe one passibi. So straight away, omo di nukre ewo form filling to make catcher say unqualified. Obinemu wo so a omo fill form na omo di nukre. Nipa no be ma height a enye ne height. Nipa no be ma date of birth a enye ne correct date of birth. Enunti na ye ade a ye friend no body selection. Enti through sa body selection ni bioma. Now with the forms ni bibia wo filian wo de beba omo ankasa avedi omo be susu ombe check wo height ankasa ye be yi wo hunyama na ya check wo height say wo height na wo ma e wo form no so no eye no kresa etisa na entisa so at that stage no so ye be yi bisu efim ebi wo ho a na omo akoye tattoo ato omo body so ansa na omo ye omo agin say omo pese omo security sector. Now you want if that stage now, then we will go to what examination, then both medical and then written examination. Or more personal, then out of that they will do selection. Now more years I yet say now the slots parliamentary candidates or mumfani passe now straight you recruit one and from one training. Now you unleash some into the system. A better system now fair and excellent. And this I mean it say the majority side they no more press conference say counter say yanukre wa infa. Say yanukre say ye man 130 and I yanukre say the SAS laws through the parliamentary.
But area Kofi Adams, Wadaroma, about manual assembly police recruitment. Is that how people are recruited? Because 30 each for about 136 a year parliamentary candidates for the MPP. So around the figure now, you are talking about 4,080. Dear Namujina Sua Mokase, where you are dancing, Mode Kasakase.
Minia, the best way will be, say, will allow due process to be followed. One, the police, Amaya indication, say, mobile recruitment. Recruitment now, we catch at the committee level in here, or budget in the two parliament, Emma appropriation. Omunye who advert, ewo bibia, and the equambe so, and omudi recruiting the power, more recruiting one.
But that one is not for the majority or the MPP to respond to. It's for the security agencies.
Well, that is why I say, yeah, the young can't say majority, so
but you throw in an issue of 30 people per parliamentary candidate as being illegally recruited into our services.
Because that is the number yedi amount say omunye den omu enfamra, and that is why we mention that number. Oh. Enunti na yabubo sa number no. Enunti na yabubo sa number no, because that is the number that we have become aware of. Enunti na yabubo sa number no.
And the minority is being given how much? 15 or 20?
The minority is given nothing. The minority is given nothing.
But that has been the standard practice, members of parliament, munya protocol of an individual, bako mudi omura security agents. Is it not the case?
Enukra anyejuma. Enukra maybe by enmity, but it has never happened.
But is it a good practice?
Well, I don't think that even good practice. But even one for me, one Ukraino, who are you going to out of a lot are more qualified in your country than one of fan, one of China.
But we are talking about.
So I feel say, my system no. That is all.
So we are talking about a principle here. That principle.
And I'm saying that principle nukra ekahu bintina ama nkrofo creative fake accounts in the name of MPs nini amuke kahu say recruitment obetimia recruit will be, because once you do for one person, then it means saying for bear or margin class maybe who have capacity to do for many others, and that will be a nipano to me ekase edisa nipano example.
But you are...
I don't mind say nipana go through all these processes are maybe boy what on a voucher what call online affiliate form no bibia indicate say or you qualified what call body selection ya checking to say oni tattoos bia ne 9 bibia ACCA or shempamboa bibia enhano, they check all those things. Ya checking the height to say height now all the share form musuma bra wo feeling no correct wa meeting the correct this ne results now can say oh me wo SSC my passing English my yesi o ma checking na bibia ye clear he is the one na ya passing at that stage wa go through the medicals wa passing the medicals wa ye the examination written exams are also ochro wa chro and also wa passing we na obika say oh maybe say wa passing all these processes ye himself nipa no ye qualified say ura into the police service ana immigration ana fire ana prisoner ebeye enti na obi ko influence say out of maybe nipa 5,000 now or more ye qualified that ye befa be 1,000 oh me ni pay inka fanuka hu me even when you do it at that point I wouldn't even have a problem because the person would have passed, but straight away nipa no woni baby onukura on top forms on ye bibia now you see oh yem kofa numbra and the person has not even passed the body selection and bibia you see oh yem fan numbra. That is wrong.
But Kofi, a bit strange and a bit weird because Ghana Police Service me engaging the person to the best of your knowledge. Or committee now we defense and interior records such as so mukasi omo recruiter or my recruiter is saying
Well, my name nipa here. Omo pese omo recruit this time.
Okay, but records wo say nipa omo engage omo when they recruit her. At least you've been in the game for too long a time. In the police service, recruit you saying.
And I say my name nipa here omo be recruited for this time.
The last time you check as a committee member, omo recruit you saying.
Well, omo my indication said they will be doing a little over $4,000 thereabout. So
clearly, it means that this recruits na a purely MPP recruiter. Ghana ni be outside MPP encounter. Is that what they?
Well, that may be. Say, on those numbers are. That may be.
And those numbers are with the consent of the IGP and other forces head. And I want to.
Well, enunti ya raises our issue. The IGP should know. Say, incofobebre then. And I'm comfortably 80. So on Kena yen the writing. Why yama bebrea very good. The facelift of the police among infra headquarters or overhaul it looks very nice. But on yena the morale of the officers in Kofi Adams and Ninginano share from recruitment. So recruitment in nipa ni say manfa ekwan papa so na midi wura ya nipa no wura ejuma no so a majority of them will not do the right thing. And your man ka so hu say omu gu omu service na ase they are destroying the service by the process now the recruitment no the future of the Ghana police service may never be the same. We may not get the damper of today in some time to come. So this is the process. Recruitment into the police, into the fire, into the immigration, into the prisons. So as well to sort it through the parliamentary candidates in Yenjai. MY. Na yenye inshishia edaho. We should advertise. Yeman Crawford apply no monko through all the processes. So Kasa say, oh, yeah, advert that dan Crawford Bibri apply a yen to me fan want ye will backlog or yen backlog me fan say there's a age cut-off point in 25 years as an example. Now me talk from in 2020 and now 2019. Now at that time, now me 24 years. Because I won't say will I still be qualified? No. But
as a member of the Interior and Defense Committee, have you done all these checks? Because the last time I checked with the Ghana Police Service and recruitment, this is the approach. I know we used to say any part do na buy na omonya akwenya omoye qualified. No, those backlogs are there. It is that say who could hear some recruit nipa. They go back to those backlog now, and then
when you go back to that backlog, almost maybe 18, 19, 20 freshly, who block akwenya say almost opportunity to buy. That's why our view is that YMBA qualify for whatever year, whatever recruitment year, no be then also apply you.
So maybe your challenge is with the backlog system, but not.
And I'm saying the backlog system. If they are using the backlog system to even be able to recruit, what they wouldn't asking parliamentary candidates of the New Patriotic Party say Omunfa Nipambran is the first wrong.
But I know they won't mean for a dance by. Yes, say.
They should let us go into Unima. I am a very security-minded person. We don't want to further destroy it by even mentioning names or doing certain things. So, more challenge here. Say Parliament, we will put this matter before plenary, and we will have to go into it. And here we require FASO to investigate all these matters.
But clearly, so it is better to investigate and get to the bottom and let us know that this is an amoa, a minimu tour, to the benefit of the entire country. But to say, that's where the challenge is. To say that each parliamentary candidate has been given 30 slots. Papa.
Ansana, my babon to say me the cabin. Then I have checked, done my double checks, and at least I have 1, 2, 3, 4, verifiable sources. May say they have communicated with parliamentary candidates and they have asked them to submit names.
So that communication came from who? The PROs, or from the heads themselves, or from the party chairman or general secretary? I want to be sure of that.
Yeah, I mean, say parliamentary candidates of New Patriotic Party across the country are picking persons, sending them for recruitment. And no, idea it's happening. No, they can come and say, but it is happening. The more the more they expose themselves to the people, say, maybe you're moving no credit. And look, we were in this country, crowd more pass out, and MP Nipa 5 like maybe one by maybe one congratulations and so on. But all these we see them. But says the idea we are lacking some because Akwakoya election year some of the candidates previously maybe it was being done underground. Once you be one or my pass out and now Pinuna Kokopiho and I mean I made one by and I mean I then Omu post on the various social media platforms. But this time because a election year I think the parliamentary candidates didn't handle it the way they've been handling it possibly in the previous ones. And the above on things so clear.
Maybe
and people are talking.
Maybe you can help. You can help my listeners. Say, as of more time, no more say modern Pako security agencies manner.
Minia na minim omoye any processes na make it show from IGP Queen the time. And one of the acquisition as national organizer any besine adia ba ko NDC mebuno ede boys some work sepa ne say ye de your sorry ye say certificate now so MP before dia na ya ba besisa nkofo omunye even qualified into all kinds of overage persons into the security services and so on and so forth. One of the biggest acquisitions are more level against us young boy and homebody. But meanwhile we were allowing the system to operate and be fair to every Ghanaian or interested in entering into the security services. Yeah, advertising koto voucher be a dedicated place. Now we feel form who feeling as we are qualified. We prepare for the next stage depending on BBI yedia to or say call for body selection and now I call we are police for BBI or medicals. Now I call now I call medicals. So as soon as immigration for so or fire 4 years BBI mobile you go through all these processes. We are then the system now selects more qualified out of all these processes. Then they select those who are qualified. And at that point, ube hu penyi bia obeka say oh mini pay ya go through all the processes and has qualified to be selected. Maybe oka nipa 5,000, 7,000 now more person, but maybe befa just 2,000 and 1,000. Or is there any way mobe buani panana? I will not sit here and pretend say there's no such protocol in the system from Kominini till now, especially Abra Ghana Ejuma ebeye the major problem security services ebeye another means of employment. Those times me sure say Obekaya when you were very young, well security na kwa to say calling ne adie bia nipa eseda koho because omunye ejuma nye and answer na ekoye like people go there not because there's a certain calling say omuye part of the security architecture of this country, but just because you may be nihonti omu kwa koye no sa.
All right, but Kofi mamenya where so this is with evidence and I say hearsay now they can say
minia evidence for that is why we indicating clearly say either they reverse and do the right thing or Parliament will make a statement and get Mr. Speaker to refer it, and this committee is established to inquire into the processes now so far.
But this morning on Adom FM, the sector minister in charge of the security agencies, who happens to be the member of parliament for Ayawaso Central, are condemning rubbish that there's no weight. These are part of the propaganda and the mischief and the noises, election noises.
Honorable Hearing Court in Nankasa, until say no Minister for Interior, no Kaya committee, and he knows. At least he found time, as busy as his schedule was, to meet by some of your meetings, some of the committee meetings. He was one particular person, although he was a regional minister. Now, from time to time, and your meetings in the course of considering the 2024 budget, and I mean, how many meetings are to me by? But he's a sector minister now. He cannot pretend, say, or unaware of this. But because in the party for no more yenti, or Becca say, that is very easy for him to come out and say. What we are saying is, say, yenya dieno ewomra kwanso. Yen advertise o munche o asempa muhwe ya ye advert ewo dase ya ye wo papers nim ya catch say aha na mubenya voucher na to nkrofo afili forms no. These are the people who qualified, and out of that na ye this recruitment, then you are proving us wrong.
At one breath, what you are saying is right. At another breath, what the sector minister gave, the response he gave this morning at Adom FM is because he's a party person, and that one is expected for him to say it is not true. Is that the case?
Minya sure said the sector minister also a party person. The Baba say, oh, near minority air cano, NDC air cano, no correct.
But we should believe the minority when they say
I'm
that.
Telling you,
we
that
should believe
we will
the minority.
we will not come out and speak if it's not happening. There's no need, and there's no way to what benefit? To what end? Senka ye recruitment no ewo so say it is going to help everybody. Why we should be happy? Senko for benye juma aye. But this one you are denying others through partisan consideration. And at the end of the day, so almost all mobile room no ansheni year. No more man may ejumano the way also ejumano. Already we have evidence. For example, the committee echo Abra incident be that 1st July incident Yekobo because of a stolen phone and what have you. The indication it was some of the people who got involved in that incident were just freshly passed out persons. Afrikwana ye more chance Kofi embra. So you can imagine if we use this partisan process, say recruitment this year. Now in 5 months, 6 months time, Kofi pass it out, and we begin to give them assignment in the critical period of our minor need for security operations. Okay, Kofi. We may end up having vigilantes wearing uniform. Prisons uniform, police uniform, fire service uniform, immigration uniform, performing duties.
Kofi, just let me crave your indulgence. Ayawaso Central Member of Parliament and then Sector Minister Interior, Aumanaso. Era Henry Kofi. Good afternoon, Apomti say.
Good afternoon, Ekosiisen.
Me Pacho. Pacho, about your notice that Wankasa Oye, a beneficiary of 30 slots out the Omoko immigration and of a military and the police and the fire service. About your attention.
Ekosiisen, Edika Nichia Ochefuya, to say social media, Daromanchi, Bimusu Shamo, Ewa Manoni, Ethiopia, and Mamin Fakunians, Nominda Mwasi. Any journalist has said, because you are cheapening democracy. Say, and call for a true falsehood. You are able to bring clarity to the matter. I'm so excited about it. About your honorable member of parliament, Kofi Adams. One on your first member of parliament. After so one person what's up, they will pay it will himself the Abaya Niama. After Yewura or being for forcing. He was a former deputy minister of finance. Very interesting. Now, the ranking member for defense and interior was a former deputy minister of the interior. Very, very interesting portfolios. Now, the question I mean is, none of them have been able to tell me, say, parliamentary candidate for this constituency, I am daring them. And I'm daring them again. And I'm challenging
Honorable
them
Minister, Honorable Minister, I've asked you. Honorable Minister, I have asked you a simple question. Let's see.
Candidates of MPP has been given 30 slots. Until that time, all what they are saying is propaganda and falsehood. Are
you a beneficiary? Are you a beneficiary of the 30 slots?
But I'll say
we are a beneficiary of 30 slots, Anna.
And I may say, I am challenging the NDC to show me one person as an interior minister, one person in this country. Or your parliamentary candidates. Sign your MPP. I am on 30 slots. They should just show one. When they show one, I'll just go to president and say I've resigned. They should show one. I dare them to show it. This issue of we have evidence, produce the evidence. That's one. Number two, me person be so almost say, 7 previous. Me the man go school me mathematics in here. It me be so Kofi Adams say, when you have 275 parliamentary candidates and you multiply by 30, it comes down to 8,000 slots. Please, now Clarence, now here am I. Come on, we have to stop this. What you are saying now? Yes, there are indications, and I'm not going to move away from that. There are indications by the grace of God for us to recruit. That is a fact. But for the recruitment to be successful, the agencies involved will have to advertise. And please listen to me carefully. They are not supposed to sell forms. They are supposed to advertise and indicate the eligibility criteria of the selection process, which will include, say, ABI, the graduates, say, one qualification year, one age bracket in year, SH is for one qualification year, one age bracket in year, and so bar, say. There is no way an agency that me as a for that could go training, say, me training. It has never been done before, and it will never be done. Perhaps they have run too fast before working. What do I say? Because ordinarily, the agencies will advertise. One will advertise here. Then they go through the process. Obibeka said maybe 22. Now the birth set up. Obako check, not in reality, we did 35. Obako check, not in reality, the birth set in your papa. Obako check, the SHS result certificate by your papa. There has been so many instances. I want to say, and Kofi Adams will bear me out, say, there have been instances in this country where political persons or persons occupying positions of trust have recommended their own children to train in Omako. The question is, did they go through the processes so that through medical checkups they can say, Akwawe BP one home, and Akwawe so there be. When I was a deputy minister of interior, and I can say this on authority, there was a situation that would be 77 previous. Okoya abortion man because of also call a friend is recruitment. Now unknown to no doctors in the beche. You check here. Akonana just within a week or two. Masa udi ni pass report in the record. Obu had the BP here. So sa exercise because not normal shortlisting. No more could training, no more pass it out. So it's rather unfortunate, say NDC for me I can say, yes, it's the party for Kwako police. In any case, Mani Bisa Kofi Adams Assembly, Mani Bisa NDC for Assembly. When Akufo-Addo power, President Akufo-Addo, immigration, for instance, their total number of personnel was less than 4,000. Today, by the grace of God, we have a total of immigration personnel, over 14,000. I want to ask Kofi Adams to say, with the threat of terrorism facing all countries, which Ghana is not exempted, is he not happy that today he can drive safely to Parliament and go back and call himself a member of Parliament? When they are protecting our borders, do they do politics over there? No. They protect our borders. And then Ghana police, I don't know of who be as MP. At time my MP for started say accident every member of Parliament was advocating say, yeah man of bodyguards. And then members of Parliament or more bodyguards unless they decide to so pay. Bodyguards no mukutano. One more MP are they MP before? And all NDC MPs to return their bodyguards immediately. Because I think that they are not safe for the bodyguards because they are MPP. Let us not politicize the security services. It is rather unfortunate for experienced politicians like Kofi Adams, like Agaga, like Atufosin. It is bad politics. It is completely bad politics. And I'm saying this on authority. I've said it for morning. I am challenging them to show one person. Because if they don't, by Monday, mark my words, from 2017, Akufo-Addo Bemo, NDC media MP, our party, our recommendation, our Gino, security agencies, not Bomudin, including the MPs. I mentioned their names now.
But Kofi Adams say, Kofi Adams say,
coming from Monday. And some of them have even gone to lobby. Their people have been promoted twice.
And Kohansa, or say, yes.
So I want to see a security agencies near politics who will help them to do it. What they are doing is wrong. Ghana is not an exception from threat of terrorism. What we are doing is to retool the security intelligence agencies to protect the integrity of our country. What I said, territorial integrity is very important, like the borders. And then they said they may come. He's a legislator, fine. Again, because there is good mechanisms. He knows very well about security. So I'm disappointed the way he's speaking. And I don't think that he should go on this tangent. And I want to send a caution. If their plan said on the day of elections they will attack security agencies, then you're there by no because no state security will be attacked by any vigilantes. It will not happen in this country. No state security will be attacked by any vigilante group. It will not happen in this country. Mark my words. The security agencies will do their work professionally. And everybody will go and exercise his or her franchise as a citizen of this country by voting. And then when the elections is declared, listen to me carefully. The MPP, though we are waiting and believing that the good people of this country will repose confidence and trust in us and give us another chance. If the Ghanaians say that, look, MPP Munkwa, we are prepared to hand over power and ensure a peaceful transition. But let not anybody think that he can come and intimidate anybody or use violence in elections. It will not happen.
That is not what Honorable Minister the NDC is preaching. I'm say, a fair playing ground to engage or recruit people into our security services. One, omumpe nepotism. Omumpe nyoma enye papa. If there's a nyoma enye for papa, o faso di nipa bewura eye ye security services ma emwa ede nyoma bia enso enkoyi na eba. Eba na ye a political security agency. That's what they are saying is not the best. So
I am saying that they are making allegations. It's been 48 or 24 hours. They should give us one example of the 30 laws they are talking about. They should mention names. So, they are man 30. Until then, they have no case.
But
they have no case.
But are you saying that?
Because what I'm saying is that even the process has not started. When there is wind, say a bear recruitment, yes, there is wind. But they should have waited for us to go through the process by advertising. And I'm saying that advertisement does not mean sale of forms. And let me tell you why. Okay? When they started selling forms, they sold forms. Not everybody had the opportunity to enter into the security intelligence agencies. Yes, you see, I have forms, and you'll be on the Kobe. Into the Abayan training say, for the prison service, for instance, hypothetically, one will be recruiting 1,500. Nasa uko ton forms. Nasa nipa 300,000 ton forms. Masa. Na nipa 1,000 peko this year. What do I say? They said the kind, let me tell you the kind. Said last minute will be about so protocol. And I say so. He knows there's protocol. Protocol of which he and his colleagues have enjoyed in Akufo-Addo's government today. He cannot deny that fact. Protocol that he and his people have enjoyed in Akufo-Addo's government. He cannot deny it. I dare him to deny it. Into someone in Germany in our past and one. Protocol in the air, no chance to do Kasa, no microphone pass it out. It is not a good thing to do. What we are saying is that people who pass the eligibility criteria will be recruited into the service. No political color. Everybody is a Ghanaian. And so, that's a pass here, training. You are police, you are business, you are immigration, you are customs, you are whatever. You are not a political party. If you listening to me a few months ago, when I visited immigration, I warned them that anybody who wants to do politics should let us know now and we'll let them go home. Because we are clear in our minds to say, you do professional policing. How do I say it? I didn't know Peter Toby, the man said, he's the one defending IGP. Why is he doing so? Because it's democracy. IGP arrests members of government. That is professionalism. He's doing his work. Why are they not complaining about that one? They are happy with that. And then say, NDC police. Why don't they say that? I think we have to move away from this partisan style of activities. It is not helping us as a country. I'm so disappointed. Say, vigilantism police. How? And you may catch almost a post when they do as members of parliament. They should return all of them to us immediately. Because because they are MPP police. They are not safe with them. They should return all of them immediately.
Well, Kofi Adams, so what's the sector minister? Does it settle the whole conversation now?
We will say number 88. My colleague, Honorable Kofi, the Interior Minister, immediate past Regional Minister for Greater Accra, any member of the Defense and Interior Committee. Well, luckily we are confirming Yamabi say omutumi etie ekrofobia kasa ediji nipa egu police in them. As far as I know, the minority have always complained about these processes. In 2019, Omuka Huasem, Yamfanye Juma, they came, the minister then, Minister for Interior, Honorable Ambrose Derry, Ebedinae, Sadian, Ekansen Bebre, Editia, Yen ranking member, Abra Orezi, those issues. And he is confirming. So we are always saying, Adia or no, say, Omoye, ye there now, Obebodino, and I see, you have now uplifted it to now parliamentary candidates. He is confirmed, say, Omoye, ye there now, Obebodin, ye there now, or no, Obebodin.
Or say, members of parliament. Members of parliament.
So we are members of parliament. I didn't want to me upgrade to parliamentary candidates. Or see, ye there now.
Honorable Kofi Adams,
Minister Kofi Adams,
I didn't interject with flow crowd because I wanted you to flow very, very well. When him say you were April, we not see by April I will flow. You were mean, and Timmy flow. So he is confirming, say, Omoyebi. Now he is even daring, say, you're there now, Obebodin. So if you have done it, and done it for members in the past, you say, Miamu Yenu, Mudi Akwa Koshishe, parliamentary candidates. So you have upgraded it.
But Kofi, are you still repeating this when you are unable to point out any member of parliament within the majority of one year's benefit?
But sir, they say, Debbie. We know what is happening on the ground. Don't behave like
Debbie. But you ask Debbie, Kofi Wadaroma, Nipa Mako 13 for each parliamentary candidate for the New Patriotic Party. And with your experience, the minister acknowledges your background in security, the implications of this conversation that we are having. A revered member of parliament, 30 slots for an individual.
Sectors, 5 30.
But I'm saying, say, why amongst the majority? Why?
Omahini, we will get there. They are denying. First, say, Osha, say, no, see, Bibi Science, I said, yeah, Wakwa Babedu point say, you're there now, a body of some of the persons he has helped through that process. So, no, so a one, Miminim, but he has confirmed, say, Wayebiyama, Ibinum, in the past, he's done so. So, meaning, in the Yakasa, Omwa sending to a parliamentary candidates, we are not telling you a lie. But it is happening. I can tell you, say, me, I'm restraining myself from saying, me bobo, diana, me cite constraints. So, I am seriously restraining myself. Hope he say, Adiana Babonti, he, the minister, sector minister, make us say, oh, Debbie. Adiana Kayaju say, yeah, no secret, yen crow for Ekasa or more active in a way, also more active. Adiana Bedabonti. But this
is the minister who is there. But this is the minister.
That is what we expect from him.
No, but this
Kofi MPs in form of bodyguards and one or say bodyguards, they are now recruiting. They were recruited properly, and we are not talking about
really?
We are talking about what is happening now.
Okay, so Kofi. My conversation brought to a very fruitful end. Demi Busana said, especially when free a fear records any evidence a key na what you may throw out that there were over body at the 30 slots a parliamentary candidate for the New Patriotic Party. Now the minister in charge says that what there eti bosadini me and making sure say we rectify that lapse, big lapse na abano.
Body in our platform here. I want to very store this. Minister,
but
I am happy he started talking about say you be advert. Amanipa ye then afa a crime papaso apply, and this time round I can assure Minister Herin Quartey say you be the papa. His committee will work as a committee. I can assure him. So the committee, Jumapa, the BBH, our oversight, we will oversight, Papa. We will oversight.
But all this was no oversight, Yana.
Oh, we will oversight to a limit, maybe yenye bida.
I see. So Nipa parliamentary candidates went to Miambo.
What's a member on whole platform? I've told you that. Look, I am restraining myself.
I think at this point, what the sector minister has done.
You cannot push me. What do you mean push me?
No. Kofi, push. At this point, what the sector minister has done is that intro to put it maybe at that way.
Well, Ghanaians are listening to the two of us. Ghana phone between the two of us in the power can occur. Ghana phone or more. Ya frefre wonu eni omu ajonkufo no omu tie omunim dipa oka no kre. But we will follow this matter. Men you say be end with daring and this and that. We will follow the matter to its logical conclusion. Say this year's recruitment na yama appropriation for no ye be fa mrakwan so ye be ye bibia fenchim. We will not allow those slots na ye de mama parliamentary candidates to carry the day. We will not. I can assure Minister Honorable Herin Quartey, say, we will do our oversight very, very well. We will do it deeper and check everything, check processes, audit. At the end, we will audit it very, very well. And you know, at least he has opportunity to get, say, also nim who share on Kamwa and the own say, Yebeya Diani. Now, on Jai threatening us, say, obey withdraw, guards, obey. You cannot review the facilities available to a member of parliament to his disadvantage.
But it was conditional. If your claim is that conditional, if your claim is that party people are being recruited, it means it's a partisan police force.
My claim doesn't mean that you come and withdraw my guard.
Are you safe with your guard, who is a partisan person?
Why did I say my guard is a partisan person? Did I say the guard is a partisan person? when you and consensus are reaching, you say one, advertise and open up. Let the process be free, fair, and transparent. Okay. Advertised. Magana Nipia, all the youth of this country are interested. Let everybody have equal chance. 1 over the total number of applicants are qualified. Let everybody have that chance. Me 1 over all the total qualified person. That should be my chance. Because me parliamentary candidate media na the chances of getting in higher than any other Ghanaian. We must treat all youth are interested in fair and equal.
All right, Secretary Minister, just wrap up for us, Nafi.
Maybe a question with from Noah. The NDC party and the members of parliament, my colleagues, have not been able to provide answers. Also, Ako police station so Ubiako Bokrono. Also, we are car, and no mobisa say, car no man, car no puno rian, car no man, et say in Yakochino, a collar bang, a chassis number bang. Also, unka. So, is there a case? Also, Yama unko for 30 slots. And as a minister, I am asking you, sir, show me who the best the people are, so that we can go and perform our duties by saying, say, no, parliamentary candidates, you are not entitled to 30 slots. That information has not come. Yes, as a Senate committee, they have every right to perform their duties very well. But some of me, I am not threatening. Me, bisa say, same Akufo the government, no, almost a recruitment, same previous. What the counterfeit koto we are between the panokuta counterfeit and the panokuta we or committee crime. And to whom say, indeed, if what you are saying is correct, say we are doing secret recruitment. How come your people are also benefiting from it? Are they part of it? Are they complicit? That's one. Number 2, my cards and manatias here say, as for advertisement, it will be done. By my position, they say, if NDC is saying, say, we should rip Ghanaians off by selling funds to them when we know very well that they would not be they will not even gain admission. It is very bad. We will not do it. But we are saying, say, Nipa me talk kaneno. Say, you advertise here. Am I here? And then open me here. Fatu so say, so put up paper in the last year or two, no, or matter forms, no. We go into the stations here. You get more than 2,000. And I'm saying that I thought the NDC will rather clap for Akufo to say, oh, said the Niamamo a change, no, Akufo to say, and police force Niamaya and Tom because you're Tonwa. Nipa Beko immigration, 1,000, 300,000 at all. You have disenfranchised 290,000 people. What you almost free? Can you be no we don't want to do that. What he's talking about, we have not started recruitment, and I'm saying on authority, sir, the processes of recruitment will be adhered to. We will advertise, we will make sure eligibility criteria is followed, but we will not sell folks. And those who qualify will be eligible Ghanaians and citizens of this country, and they will go to training. There is no MPP police. And I mean, this one says, the police not in the Namano. Or NDC, is it because did he select his bodyguard because it's an NDC police? No. He selected the bodyguard because he wanted the professional police to protect him. But if today they are saying that MPP is recruiting party police, then I'm saying that all the police they have, they are party police. They should return them to us for their own safety.
There are challenges with this specific recruitment, Honorable Minister, not with the previous recruitment. Indeed, only very specific. Only very specific.
Look, they have been talking from yesterday. That's what they have been saying. This particular recruitment, no matter, as some Americans say, they are running before they can even crawl. They have not even walked. They are running because there is some Kempo say, as an interior minister, will I even call the committee and say, oh, okay, committee, that is how it is done. That is how all committees work. And for them to run to the media and hold a press conference, I think that it is wrong. I think it is unfair. And I think it was too quick for them to do that. They have to admit that. Because I was expecting them to come and say, Minister,
They could have called me the minister, brah.
It is already happening. Come and explain to us. Then I can tell them that, the person recruit, but processes are able to. If they have issues, they can raise it. But what they have done is to spew falsehood, and that I will not accept. I will not accept. So threatening me that they will do their work thoroughly. Oh, please.
Kofi, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. Did you wrap up my enough?
Why? Do their work thoroughly. What haven't they done again?
Kofi,
do their work thoroughly. Minister, it's a government policy. Kofi knows when he has been a special assistant to President Rollins. He knows it.
Okay,
he cannot stop government from going on to do things. He can provide his oversight, but he cannot stop the state. He should know that. I'm a member of parliament like him. We provide oversight, but he cannot stop the state from functioning. He should know that.
All right.
We can stop the state from doing illegal things. You better me stop the state.
There is nothing illegal. I've asked you to prove illegality. You have not been able to prove it. Don't mention illegality here. You can't substantiate to it. You have no evidence. So don't mention illegality. I'm sorry.
Young country are by say on some codes can free the youth now more already because people are already suffering. So Nyaya can say advertise. Nobody
has submitted anything, Kofi. Nobody. Prove it. I'm saying prove it. Prove it.
Allotment to parliamentary candidates, you know. And honorable minister, who makes you, I will give you evidence. Before
do it on air. I don't want any private thing. Say it here now, please.
You go and destroy that evidence. You better prove in our parliament.
Oh, that be
no, you better prove it. Yes, probe Nasia. You the report in the Bible.
Like you did document Chinamwa. Was already documented you have been served the meal. So partake in the meal.
But Kofi, it would have served a very good interest. I have
told you earlier that we did this presser with a lot of pain. We did it with a lot of pain because we know, say, in security sector, no, a certain level of protection. So it's just a warning shot that has been given.
But I'm warning shot.
Minister Kofi should listen and do the right thing. Minister Kofi should listen and say, now omunye the right thing.
Okay, so at the common BC, but Kofi, I still insist that more any good to us because
don't be the only stranger with Minister Kofi in this country.
No, I'm not going to be. I'm not going to be.
Okay, ostrich mentality. Only say Nyaya kanu ye no kwe.
But Kofi, clearly.
No, Kofi is not true.
He knows.
You can falsehood. Palpable lies.
I can see him attempting to smile even as he's telling me saying Nyameka no eyentro. I can see because he knows that the trap no and Chibibia this time round is been exposed.
Okay, so but Kofi, I still ask the question. A member of parliament who happens to be a member of the Interior and Defense Committee put out a statement that each member of parliament representing the NPP parliamentary candidate, earn 30 slots for our security agencies. No evidence. That's for the records. Are we okay with that?
Minia, the system knows. Member no entro ablan and sanka information there. Indeed, I'm saying member no esa kabi bikurabium say officers ye ka say omo college echo through training. Akaka kam omo the first semester. Yeah, Titika say yes, some say ye DBS.
No. Kofi is
that's another issue that have come up. Say ye no kweu. Say ye no kweu. No mean to make because I haven't checked on it.
Can I interject?
That's another issue that you must check. And
can I interject? The only personnel who have gone to training, the whole world heard me when I assumed office, and I told the NGP to halt. Recommendation to police academy. That is the only training you. Ministry of Interior. Nobody is training anywhere. Why is he getting this from? You are a member of the Defense and
Interior Committee. Kofi Misemo.
Omaye almost concluding their first semester.
Okay, so to but Minister Pacho,
there is an attempt to go and add other persons to the cohort now or more horses here.
Okay, so Minister Kofi Adams, still I am not able to do matters of rumors yati. These are revered personalities. Yati no from one of the and so what do we do? So Kofi yati, I cannot accept it. Minister Kofi has suggested something. Do the check. You have dared them to bring out the names. Kofi, I have humbly requested that in the interest of Ghana moving forward, mention at least 2-3 names. I'll be very grateful. I'll be very grateful.
And Kofi Adams, share some of the evidences.
Yeah, I'll be very, very grateful. Kofi Adams, very grateful for your time. Minister Interior, grateful for your time on this matter. Power Jet, Forceman Kyle Adiabak, but before we have 4 minutes to the top of the R5. I Asempa 94.7 Ekosiisen Jumedieno and Yadibro. Yaka say Professor Titus Beyo Atnasi. Prof. NDC parliamentary candidate for Lambusi. Sansona Dr. James Kwabna Bonfe Enso Atnasi. Executive Director, Center for Citizenship, Constitutional and Electoral Systems. Onoso Atnasi Ewahansi. Yenua Bema Kofi Tontu, A2 Vice President Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, also Atnasi. But minute back about my Akwaba. Doc, Akwaba. Now, the show TV share
Ampa,
the campaign actual cosa.
Oh, Jumanu dos.
Bibi come on.
Nyamiado.
Lambusi for register.
Nyamiado.
Kodam be mine.
Debi. On say also neighboring border communities and here bon buying serebeya ma foreigners
but so far electoral commission for you bia na me kwemu
oh moyade
bibia nye twitwi bia
Debi.
One day more collaborate
one day pena machine back break it down
almost your generator or
and I'm sure.
Okay.
But so far, no, you're having a day I be a yentimi register. Is because of Electoral Commission fault. There be the satellite site now. You call
okay.
And na back you call the machine back break it down. Okay. By no you report here they replace it.
Okay.
Into make us say hold you're
satisfied.
I'm satisfied.
No interference.
No. Agents ne yenye e was omuye. Into a Hong Kong there your district easy. Any ninko for mobile many agents me bom nyina abaso.
Okay.
Say so far no it's going well. Yeah, constituency in Shadan Sunsa, we have about 26,000 people.
26,000
on the electoral roll.
Okay.
And we don't estimate that we in this limited window we may register such a huge number. Last year, back on year before this level election, you register for power.
Okay.
But this year the menka say koye.
Your party is winning in your constituency.
The election?
Yeah.
I think the party is winning everywhere in Ghana. We are winning our parliamentary seat. We are winning the presidential because se Benjamin Ambekao Obia nim ye wom.
Obiase dey.
Obiase esesem. Obiase Ghana yeshe. Obiase Ghana yeshe. Ye wo border. The volume of trader Ekosiisen border are dropped by more than 50%.
It's a one problem.
Any of mine.
When the cost was hard, you know.
Taxes are binding to importation and export in Yamanoso. And what? The import duties. In Kofon Kranya Mama. Into Muntimin Bakrana or Mabe. Because that border was a very active business center. Hamily. A lot of the young guys were finding jobs there. Some were helping in loading, some were helping with the clearing agents and all of that. So it's a volume of trade there. Apart from just as Okotema Harbor, Ubi so Bia or Kohabo, or Bekacho say. The import herban. That's what and this CD so say who say palongo say be a kano ana epilepsy na yenya. But these factors is making the import a brass, and that is affecting. And in Hamile we are feeling it a lot.
All right.
Okoha tracks are eba and in near man can go 4 year clear no abafom.
Dr. Kabila Fachem, Kabila and the Mekoswaka Fachem, Wadarma, Dr. Kabila Fachem. At the same, who watch it? We be able to
Kwabna Nana no, Menana no more kind of say, Serena, Ubia, a Yano, any day we would have.
Ubia, a Yano. any dear wo dawo
yes funu the odaho any dear here no in other words no ana ye kano fu ye dane na what you say o ye defo
okay bia o ti ase bia
o ye defo o ade
yeah
then ase chire nyina no if you say what you say and that so ma o say nne na enko yie te say de minua be you ekan nne na enko yie ma wa ochina ebetumi aye yie ama enno na enko yie ama wa ebia nne ebetumi adane enti uti nkom nko ade a yen toto obrase yen toto ye ho ajaja mu emma sebi ebia ekomo na de minti maka se ewiase asai ana se bibia ekonachi na I mean in life na nkasa so no eye ayese damu nsem ye wosum ene ye wo han e kambom na ye da e han ko ntimi nya da ena sum nko aso ntimi nya da enti udimi en kasa o bobra ana wotim komu a jese bibia be kototen se de osi pe no na mom ade a me papa na nakob na nketia otosunum o kan ya da bia mpese me de kai ye nyina ne se obra ye boko ye nim no ye gyan from so ye
obra
ye boko ye nim
ye boko ye nim no
ye gyan from so ye
ye nti so kra ye gyan
ye wa gyan from so ye untum pon. To develop is to stop repeating errors.
I see. Kofi.
Ama.
Apom ti say.
Boko now so me who watch it.
Say ono flag bearer anenam.
I no credit.
And as you say more hage man for market.
I no credit.
Mo strategy no.
Oh, what kind of strategy? And I say, I should done or I should them now.
And what do you know?
Plan is a way. Any nipa bani, any nipa binding, any pursue. That's who he is. Nipa bind, any pursue. It's a be a man you say me a nipa who you man any kind of mentia and penny for we oh yeah, my mirror. First time on this year,
Professor.
And I did a flyer, on it too. May soon be sending me a message. Say, oh, me Chiana man, no, a very good man. Him at the cry. Why in Wakoya? Yes, so a good man. But the
your couple Jones in
the feedback is very positive.
Oh, say nipa hunka ejumani as a medical doctor. Okay. And just say unim. Okay. Was say unyati mabima nipa. Yeah. And in general, no. I realize that the value of life is to value human beings. Yeah. It's say be nim nyama yede, but I'll take it as a good compliment.
Yeah.
That's
what the person said. It's nice to meet you.
Yeah, nice meeting you, Kofi.
Brown said they say, yeah. Menina Tifia, best now to me and sending a meeting by. Now mention one more Amanone MPP USA. Sayambo, I'm in a day bay. And no more dear 30th anniversary.
More force power. As the BBA was out there.
Yeah, 30 years of political activism in the United States. And a title near maintaining now because I may have more memory there bay. You made this from Tim Penny for Modano, a betcha when you buy from Pong, Chairman James, I was Cincinnati, and anyone more marking. And I was Miko Worcester.
Oh, I see.
I was in Worcester.
Kwame Oho.
Oh, Kwame Show. I was in Worcester, Miko Shoe, so I restaurant. I
see.
Yeah. It was good. It was a good time.
All right. Are you guys out with your campaign or tour? How do I put it?
Okay, so the attendant said, nipa bebre no mo ka say asa Yura Mahmoud ba o mi a hye dem a che ntimi hye ne the campaign ase nti nanu ya na hye aprobon ase the free eastern region they call western north if you honey call ahafo call bono east as I ain't seen no and I free honey call northeast a call Savannah, about northern, and about upper east, and about upper west. In Tianra, and a day a straw to Medini in a baby or upper west. ɛyɛ wa ɛde ne nyinaa baawi nti enumere no na ebeduru nkran na me ya adomo a na wotwi ewia esi next week ni mu na wotwi foforo ni mu na so yes start wo oti region na ya de atoa so akọ vote akọ central akọ Greater Accra na yaba Ashanti region so ti dwumadi ni de nyame adom bibia koyie ye course ro hono so wo hwa ahokeka party for ne de gyen na sewani na me de shame nkran ye mra ye call northeast region mantam a Ira Mahmoud Baomia ofrimu na on se edru wale na ni kromofo abehia ye won kotia na omudi hozana ni anigye eje omakoa onzo omo no mo hu ni se sabio yemba ofri ha so okọ akobobra oye ba de kakra kwa abruchiri koye taxi driver kakra ko Canada koye cleaner enene mua dia adusua na adwumaden a be Deputy Bank of Ghana governor enene mua be vice presidential candidate there be vice president ne wa be potential person obetimi abedi o man as the president of the republic na so ne manfo ni ti omodi anigye be hia yen kotia ema ye nante kwansini be semiensa edi wura kro ne mu ti na ye anigye sem na ada no nso ade a na ya hohoaho a ne se na nopa no ensuo toy osuru bie ye manhira bo suo togu na kwa so enti utimu se na ya ade anyame ehira so free ho na ye call gambaga ye kudru na rewegu eno nso ofel sesa nje enti bibia koyie oman bibia koyie in the northern sector of our country no utimu se the party is ready, energized and committed to work enti ye danyame asese odi yen kwanso ache no odi akwaba age na baba na bese na otwumi no ko na otwumi nsen etimi abo apro ni nyina de asaba bigu.
Okay, so other matters about the top but Dr. Kabila Mamesha say with you, I'm sure see a conversation across between the Interior Minister and Ira Kofi Adams. Now what would you say to all that has happened?
Kwabna omahine
for the record, so Dr. Kabila ni atik a play role power mabrabo nchunza.
Yeah, no ko. See I know kika kaunsa ma na odimi akoto asemu no kwara. Mi tie yenuano mpanimfo mienu no. Nsembisa mienu bi ba mitrim se. Enti amsa me kan bibi kra ma ayi minua professor ote ya se nti amanyosem no nsem titiri pa no eye mframamu ne ebeye nana se asemo asebi ehu hia pa fa ye bambo nsem ho na emrahye badwafo omo biaya se de na wo kai minua Kofi Adams omo frɛ no biaya eye peri yo ene me se adanse wo ho ene yedi ye adwuma mrahye badwafie no House of Records hon mo nsem no ono odi nkomo no ono aka se eye ade se kom mrahye badwafie ho ye de abeto mframum ne aka no huru nyina so bi ani so ade ebeche no 30-day nation na no krade obi ka chem se 30 no do so dodo dabi yenya ne 3 yeah ya kasam na miensa na sa ye make me akai wa fidie so a ensem bi no ma me ne one wo se bonsu Philip ye kan ye me ka kire wo se kwara ade enkwa kire o wo se me sure but the important thing yes ade no say enti na ye ntimi ntwan so na ye mfa kwan amra mai ho kwan se yanya adanse sei adanse a yenya ye no eye ebia Kofi tonto nsese nkotu sa na moyi na wantu ana ni se otu sa na moyi na watu o mama ye ho anu ye. Parliament has the power to do all that. ya nye no asama ye ka no informamu no so no unni nyina Kofi ekasa no man tese obo poten o say bosrem kana na oye no ubusa no question ubusa no say why na what is a nipa duasa 30 yedi ama mrashe badwafo enya mrashe badwafo we say parliamentary candidates. For the records, we don't have parliamentary candidates yet. Someone becomes a candidate only when they have entered the electoral poll of the electoral register. The Jinitum say, "Uripa wena, o Jina won peso aso armani atun swaba." And no candidate. So far, you need idea no. Ebe kase kwabna bo vrede na okike. But that is the law. Ufri anwa was it 275 or ahanu any adiosun enum candidates meboa. Say you 275 constituencies. Candidates are all new no. Yamo bia miensa mi aduasa 30. Say yemfa wo munko. Which agency? Security agency be ya. Your fire service. Your police. Your military armed forces. Armed forces you on krabata be se miensa. Anameboa. Ni na agency. Security agencies no. And the security agencies ni agency. And we are teaching to nipa no de 5 for call migration, 5 for call military, 5 for call police, 5 for call
prisons.
Okay. I'm passing say ya many can say. All the security agencies simultaneously one way recruitment. Is that the fact? Me should muka kama yeche and say there's no such thing happening. Into recruitment bang and a Kofi Adams specificity is very important in talking as honorable members of that august House of Records. Omuma efede better particulars. Na minister also asama ka anu ye ode man no na me visa obe gina denial no a wanyina ho. O say ono ama yaman crofobia protocol a list. Mashaba for mu free NDC minority side no na ye wa ma mo dia na say ono aso ne side wa ma bi I don't mean yeah, you see you don't cure yourself of cancer when you go around looking for who else has cancer. Doctor for her ma ba yare sabia yes ye bia manya yare bia yare twintwan me hwe me dia nkan o me nam na me hwe say wan so na wo sa yare ni bi eno no ba sa me yare. I don't think that answer from my friend Henry Conte, the minister, or deny, he should have stayed with the denial and insist, say, or no, or allege, on for proof number. But, come now, in your digression, Kofi Adams say, Kasano, senior, and thank you very much. Who provided and send me another arguing course, but a mommy basis beer. Me this year me ye fa ademdifo any akanie ho no epiemu your persons with disability law e kamia koye say ye ka disability a ye consider omo for security work. There's a problem, we need to look at that. Enya Ghana globally it is an issue, but there are aspects of security and intelligence gathering that persons with disability may be able to perform. It be a interrogation. Say a titini pano, say the obesi busa and semafa, and found say sebi uhu adie ana uhu adie. Utimide na son etiasem etimi detect niema bi ewo nipa voice mu. Me de no tun. De to so bio obi ono ankasa ntimi nantem ko babia enso ote complaint desk ho e police station a no ni matro eni makenkan a obetumi a trust statement you betumi a train sa nipa no in that aspect of policing or security work enya policing kwa migration e bia ne de ne say ntofo de information ba aye tro mu data fansem ho you betumi aye me ka sa asem ya ma ya. It's a part of my campaign for integration and inclusion of persons with disability. They've been left out. And in say discuss and I didn't come off far point ever for so ama omo obiatimi a function fully no sadie area as you consider sabi and you be a or yet 10 gram cover and one of it me aye said and Kofi Francis Kofi can be and you see I think it's a worry and you be a security a bamboo jumano a nipa one more or pepper so omo person mu yes jumano a som of mine was abia no and the for one call and now say akoye say mi pe juma aye mi pe kwatwaje enti bibia momfa mi nkochem enti nipa no okọ no no use no as a springboard and as odi gina so akoba bi enti se ka se ye nhwehwemu pa ye behu se nipa se bi ye quantity mu se won be ye bambo fo no enye omu nyana na dodo no ebia na ebia frimu bia ne ma ne basa enti ese ye nhwehwemu ye ne ehu sa de no na sa ankomo ye ekoso yi say ye advert ampa ese ye advert na recruitment no process e fam no e fam say de say e fam ana na ye den ya say de tibia no e nipa ho adwuma de but ye mamra no ye totia so we fam e fa kwati kwan so a ye betumi agina de ye ten no so atwe nipa na ye den e de na ba de me kan fa ho no ni nyina nkanfu ano yan kan hunu say bambo emu kese pa no eye de free omanfo hoba enye wo mo a ye de wo mo akontiti mu nko a enti wo koma bi te say Ethiopia no ne ade a ye say ye police state obi anu wo adwin bi say o adwin bi say o ka ho na bambo adwuma na ye
we pay you
enti on hwe ne ma keke oni nkomo keke uko Israel a e wo hosa uwe mu a airport on mo no obi oni ni di nkomo bia ka hunu say o hwe bibi e won fo hu ni na ye betumi anya santete na citizenship adabia o mahene e ya medi nkomo a medi enu wie say article 41 of our national constitution, the duties and responsibilities of a citizen of this country, and your rights and obligations, rights and privileges in fact, enkaino say oh your mind back, you rise or you succeed to obligations and duties than rights and privileges. Manuel Siwo.
Professor.
Yeah, menchia beja fa mo hyamo ha na menchia ye mampenyi in waiting, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama and Professor Jane Nana Opoku-Adjumah. Any Ghana fo nyina omutie ye omomwo Ghana ha ne omomwo amanoni
Mama Jane osheho
pa na menkase metie nkomo na mpanyifo mienu twetwen na it leaves more questions kakra than answers. But let me say questions be na will be sana na me dwen ho a me feel say we are not getting some construct right, because a metie press conference na Kofi Adams mo ye na omo kire so manya ne ntie say ye chiche slots ama parliamentary candidates omo ankase ya faso aye recruitment ama san krofo no akura training mu anabibi.
Okay, yanko komo no mudi na chi no
and this animal no but say am pass sadia ye ka say obi anya slaughter na che say it will be ebe enye no kwan paso say obe ka say onfa nipa dodoa slot no wa use wa mom no enfa ombra, because almost say omanya communication say ya ma 275 for no pieces nyina say monfa nipa 13 bra na che say anya ntia na che say yenye mfa nipa no mi oti na emeka na say oti minister no so also
oye clear on one thing or say MPP parliamentary candidates
yes have been given slots
30 each.
Correct. And now obisa for evidence but I'm just me name the details of it.
So my question was very simple. Let me say at least why with 2 or 3, just like the minister said, 2 or 3 parliamentary candidates within the MPP omu anya sa kwenya say mo fa 30
Good. So, but I'm not talking about your question on that direction.
Okay, the minister brought in
another. Minister was asking, say, or be safe it nina say, omonfa edin
emra
I say, nipa 30 away for omuno enuni.
By yemfa
yeah. That's the point I may try to make. Okay. Nkofo omanya ntie say, ya maslots. Say no krese no kre no. Me sure say omo frɛ sa by partisan probe ya omo Kenya. You better say una go allergy o evidence wo he. Ebia at that point on betimi aka ho asem. But for the minister to onka say nyama kin ene mo mfa edin mbra. And obi antimi nya din because me university lecturer. Na maka obi aka say wanya ntie say Legon say omo be fan crofo this year omo be ma MP bia nipa 10 so on fa nipa 10 mbra na obi say me say me fa students in mbra and students in mbra yenye start the process na on say bedi because obi anye
but prof what na challenge no the point is that onipa Kofi Adams onye onipa bia keke
yes
ana osa a member of the Defense and Interior Committee
ampa
ano no ankasa babambo ho nimdi a osa nimdi
no but na me can say ade a me pese me twen wadwen ba ho no say wo se wanya ne ntie se ya ka kire MPs candidates nyina say obi abetimi de nipa 30 aba ba yenyam bie saa akwanya na nipa de 30 ne beba enti nipa ne nyemfa mba ya ebe din say obetimi produce list enti me question na ade am twen madwen cost say o tie minister ne kasa no mu a o kire say ampa emre ni du a omobeye advert no match eligibility criteria na che say omunyenye advert no kra and we say they are running ahead of themselves because anko mo twen ye e ma de start ya no be hu say bibisa ho na eni ho but nipa nka so anya ne nti ya mimi gidi say anka say de menua e ka no minister be ka say bibia sa eni ho
okay
o prove ya fabre
let's see why
because eni ba o ka say onfa nipa omonfa edin mbra ade a won start nipa be nya edin but so o ka say onfa MPs and PCs are omanya slots na and the question bisa o but what in the mechanism but to say on nipa 30 nemra no eno no menji this a question that na kwem the next one na minister no so kan ya na a train madwin kobi kakra also omunton forms afiwe omunton voucher bia na emom ombobo bohu dewro say recruitment no more de ne fe no brofo kasa mo say eligibility criteria to her say be so say nipa say wako school say why say but there's a missing link there e ho no see here inti wachre eligibility criteria no what happens next anye bia mo be kire some portal bi no obi anko tro ne din keke say be ya on person nkofo be boka no on person better form na onya nti no e be am be free application obi an apply or person apply bi anya apply without payment near screening. Is that what is going to happen? And now say on my eligibility no mako you see backlog asem now or more.
Yeah, the backlog is also there.
It's also there. It's also know there. that clarity ama ewo minister ni kasa yomu on say o ye penia o kasa especially baby aye manyo sem na kodu no there's a lot of suspicion enti oye bibia pefe se be ya emudaho oye ni sa obi am bisa question bia bio enti waka say afiwe ye nton form because ye ton form e bia nipa 100,000 e be apply but ye say bitima for 3,000 pe enu enti ye nton form but emre no so a wa wo pesa oye bia no e kwan ya obefa so apply enu ni o apply a e free by your screener ye be yin crofo a ye pa ni enim say ye nko backlog
no prof
what what in the no ne one thing e be a mountain wo minister kasa no but the very worrying thing I me person me can ever aduwe no ho say on say no kre wo ho ye ntimi nkan hye nche o ma hini o ma we mu ade ba ko a e hayen eni say obia esuru asem obia hu asem a onka onya mabontin a ye ba be catch us o we sisi enso wo de ne ba say okodi adanse ma onye obedwane me dem pese mese obi edwuma pese mese obi din o me pese se why ye nyina ye nam ho no oti fi government MPs ministers sebi omutimi de omonsa esi boso kase me
Mabua.
Matumi atwe nipa 20 akọ police. Omo ye campaign during the primaries. Obi se me matumi atwe nipa si akọ prisons. Matumi atwe nipa si akọ ha. Police for ye passing out. MP timiko no one ne nkofa kwatwa picture no dey to social media nkofa amatwe omo afi ha ekoni. Me constituency. Nkofo wo ha I say no ne campaign I say MP the way akọ police, MP the way akọ soldier. Wayade. Inte wo na wo so ban ye bi ne yehwe. Inte yade a ekoso. Na okobisa obisa onfa prover. Na yedin. Okofe ni pa ya brand say we ne de no koe. E na sebi. Say you do obi backup police a. Ene nche say nipa ne NPP police o. Me ti say minister na ekasa. Adika kamasian wo politics mu no. Me hu say sebi obi timi ba na NDC chairman wabefa ne ba ordinary police ba nipa ne NPP ni adenti ope chairman ne support ope chairman ne abusuafo nyina enti the fact say we recruit obi interest nipa ne ye party way police but se base ye security services mu ye be base ye wo NDC police ye wo NPP police ya pacho is a major disaster MYA.
Right.
Because in the security services no there is discipline. That is the key word. I am my instructional obia follow enti enhia se obetuma kase ene yenko ha na o se meme de me twan ma baba so anase wo commander na o my command no we NDC ana wo commander na o my command we NPP eno no MYA. But me can say the content me can say no cry ntimi kan hye enche no obi say no cry to say nyinsen we den ya ebepie this suspicion any semi can my opinion for the abetuje is because of some of the things that are happening minim factor or more there but I'm giving you information say and it is not news our my way mu say we are seeing government people or mu siso say midway yako. Entino that bit no say ampa I think it has to stop. Right. Now yenya security services we can trust. But the last one, the mad rush for yen security services no. Me mishano oka che me say me nko soldier. Me ka say me nko because yeshani ni so ko soldier training e babo wasum.
Bo wa mo.
Into ukrano usro ene unam community mo obi shower prof mpacho boami ubedi uye MP boami bai mami me say opese me bo ba no ye den fa no security agents back na bi say emude ubi say akola na nkasa kra say den no ope e bia na che say enye ejuma
Debbie
wana kuma mu say mini ameye
na Dr. Kabila kanu
eno anu me adwen pa because one ejuma eni ho ninti no enkofo pe abaye ejuma na ohwe abaye ejuma sesi aye ka say ya we health sector fi ho we teaching Ghana education service fi ho most of the sectors no there's a net freeze on employment na che say ye mfa nipa enti no so pe abaye ejuma na che say baby aye fa no ho na obeko any the security services no because you know they more they recruit and our mono this type of IMF embargo na de no ensure that new so even health sector nurses etifie backlog more than 5 years INTM impost you for various challenges e bi kwa manoni vacancy se ba by intimi fa bi enhye and a lot of experience ones if inte bebre na so den omofi o man mu inte ama obi a soro sesi ana ope ejuma inte ejuma keke na ope nya say security ejuma na ope say oden oye eno no na ye bisa ye ho say daachi ebetimi anya obi to say dampare biom e wo sankrofo emu ye betimi anya an experienced policeman mumu or dedicated policeman, passionate policeman, and a military man, or we couldn't want more mine. You been your of way. So, and no, was a dream. Now, let's solve the unemployment problem. Now, people should have a choice. It's a different thing. Say, or money, I just say Israel. Yes, we'll be already 21 bia, Kosoja, we are ansana. I say national service, and what make we more for any different. The last inclusivity now is a very important thing, and I think the security agencies almost share. But you know, one thing about the security is that everybody can be called for anything at any time. So you would normally we have non-civilian employees non-military employees, civilian employees in the military, in the military, for instance. I call Bema campaign won't call for or Juma military, but Munya soldier for. So the police, the military can take some of these people with disability into their places to work, but to recruit the person and give the person uniform, no. That means when you are in dire need, you can call all of them. And if the person has a limitation in a particular area, a bit me I a problem.
Okay, Professor Mamendasi, Kofi, but my main kind quickly, Dr. Kabila Nafiwetimi at 12 command, Dr. Kabila, Paul the social Kofi, Gaijis, Ubishia, or more, and Paul the social rights. Can you please ask Dr. Kabila that with all the many errors that have been committed by the Electoral Commission per ongoing registration and them coming out to admit them, does he still hold the view that the EC cannot rig an election for any party as he claimed last week on Asempa? Also concerning the recruitment into the security services, per the claim of the NDC, with all due respect, can Kabila stop using technicalities to divert attention from the main issues under discussion? Does he think this ongoing claim does not pose security threat to the upcoming elections, as listening to the minister and the way he made his submissions?
Well, first of all, Paul D'Souza is or Miss Kutume. Mankas will be in me reggae elections. Me say, and I'm making that statement. Even Tete Abajimbre, Obi try say, oh, we are Bamu Ewo, I was West war gone. Emma, ye Koka say Rebecca Duty, and a year MP elect, or Kotna Parliament, almost 4 years. Due diligence, any due process a year, Chino, Emma court be bua say, Brana sa Parliament no cry time as one you, and ye Rebecca Duty. Nam mum Isaac George Amo, ena ye to abanaman into Yanko ye Rebecca Duty, Dean Free sa Parliament mo. And Tiasama make an say, oh, and ne I bear for quite so with science and technology improved in this informational age, you know. You can't rig an election and go undetected. Tie, o mine. Obetimi abom modi say obe wiem. But wontimi wiem abrayan chew. But this is my argument. Then also me divert your attention from
the conversation.
Look, I did the computation and Prof Kasembi, and I think say it's inconsistent. Say I am pass a artism. Why the rush? Because you don't also have the proof. So why do you have to bring it to the media? That artism may your computation, Prof. If you are giving 30 slots to one parliamentary aspirant,
yeah, it's about 8,000.
That's 8,250.
Yes.
The police don't say.
That's any police pool.
That be missing almost all the agencies.
Yeah.
So enter me I say, as we speak now, interior, defense, military for no under defense. Is it the case that simultaneously all the agencies of security in this country have the intendment or intend to recruit, and that the number they are recruiting is 8,250 and more? Because say slaughter your friend say MPs aspirants no 30. It means a woman kwano no. And you have other slots. Any main recruitment.
Yeah.
So they are recruiting in excess of 8,250. Is that the case?
So that is a question to be answered.
My point is this: what they are speculating and inviting all of us to come and discuss their speculation. There is no fact to it. Okay, go. And you are a science person. Well, okay, you're very careful.
Okay, go be aware.
You see, are they dangerous? Yes, and now many have been any Kabila conversation. Best and now what you mean? And a ban from almost say company a friend of Unilever among a free Ghana. Sa na sa ban from a company so a friend of Societe General.
Yeah,
among free Ghana. A buyer no, and I era at 2 forcing our minority leader.
Asempa FM.
Ekojina Parliament, House of Records. And at 2 forcing do 2 job Parliament say Unilever a free Ghana because of economic issues. The minority leader. I'm talking about the danger of speculations. You see, so you're a minority leader, you are a leader of parliament. Into Betimia Tro letter Koma Kabila say, Kabila, why is sad we? Be a here say brand fan especially a multinational company. But what I say, you can write to them. Into Yemfan say, Unilever Sama Banawatia. Ato Forcing could have written to Unilever say, Parliament wants clarity on the entire move free Ghana. No, he didn't do that. He stood in the House of Records and peddled falsehood. Nay, Unilever specifically answered because CTFM Ekoye interview. And they said, one, they didn't leave Ghana because of Dumso. Neither did they leave Ghana because of economic challenges. Now, arm of tea production, national, international group, I take a decision, say, of loaded that aspect into a different company. The Unilever section of Nigeria, a different company called Ekotera. I talk that subsidiary now, and no one able but you are too forcing Kujina Parliament kind speculate. You see the danger? Now, if in the House of Records a leader of parliament can peddle such falsehood, do you know what it does to our economy? The very economy that Ato Forcing wants to be fixed, do you know what it does? Now let me tell you what's even more dangerous. Yet Ghana a maya etwa ye ho ahie nyina. Prone. In fact, I wouldn't even say prone. Omo inactive terrorism. Then you have a minority group. Which minority group could have written to Ghana police or even summoned the interior minister
or the IGP
to parliament
and the CDS
and do secret engagement. Say, listen, you more politicized or minor security. Now these are in fact, and where artisama yate be a all facts nina. To where artisama yate, it's yesremo. Mumma the real fact, no credible. Because we are minority group now. The Betwa Bontin say, we won't mind police, you know. You're politicizing. Do you know what you are telling Al Qaeda? Do you know what you are telling Boko Haram? Do you know what you are telling the terrorist groups? Say all that you have to do is go and hide behind political parties to enter the security forces. Do you know how reckless the minority has been? And you come and tell me it's a wati. And why your whole press conference?
You know, so we're here.
We know so we're here. And I tell you, know, would then why they say, would there be body? Yeah, there will be a bodia. What's he saying? He say, na, me mete.
Asempa FM.
Sana, last week, Kofi Adams. Me ame bra penny Kofi Adams. Got na TV3 bo me din. As an example, regarding Yenya Apiahene. Isi nipa no. Commissioner. Last week I do almost I am telling you how reckless the NDC is. And how desperate they have become for power. Even to the detriment of this country destroying. They don't care. Vice President in our tour in Bono, the University of Natural Environment and Natural Resources, UNE, and a MIF, a program on small scale dialogue on small scale mining. The key guest of honors, guess who? John Dramani Mahama and Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Bayera Mahmoud Bawumia ne call first. Enti okoya okokasa no. Ye drew hono. In fact, ye pause campaign no. we had to pause the campaign and actually go into official mode because it was an official vice president duty. Enti eduru ho na vice chancellor no ebechiae. Vice chancellor na no na other senior officers of the universities ka ho na apiahene no yeden eka. So what the NDC did was they took the picture and almost circle apiahene face and almost the two just say apiahene caught on Baumia's campaign trail.
But not on your part of the campaign.
In fact, they know. Time and I see a delay because, like I said, we were on campaign mood. So we had to pause the campaign. It's a drew on university officials neighbor no appear. Turns out it's a university lecturer. And he's the head of IT department at the university.
On come on.
On Kaya and the council member of the university. The NDC took the man's picture, circled his face, and put it in the space. Sir, Apiahene Baumia on campaign trail. You see the danger of speculation?
Give the dog a bad name to hang.
You see the danger of speculation? And then, unbeknownst to them, no, and now say propaganda no man verify or more propaganda, you know. Unbeknownst to them, when they see it. Adia Chinyana, Yura President Mahama so flyers at the same event. So now President Mahama has to now go and speak at the same event. They never came out and apologized. They lied to Ghanaians. They set the man up to be destroyed, attacked, and vilified. They never came out to apologize. It is the same thing that they are doing. From their minority leader to their leadership. This is what they are doing. It is dangerous. It is a minority parliamentary group, caucus. Bejina Bontin say, yen police, you know, you're politicizing your entire security services, you know. You can't terrorist group and they say, mean you are quiet at home. Now, mean you are say ye pa. Nanso nyatwem hypocrisy na asem na afa ho nyina o kai na saying yera ase edun kete akogina UPS o kai asma o kai o se party fo e montomubo na yenkum aboa no ne yekum ni wi aya chenam no nambe na mo beche enambe na mo beche.
Let's ensure we get power. When we have power, how to manage this country?
How to manage? I don't want to, bro. I don't want to the same. Transpose will be saying, no. He actually used the word hunting of the game and sharing the meat.
Yes.
So what are you saying?
Yes.
Now kuma bua no hunting abwana. Enye kumna ya kaswa hunting. And now sharing me bacho. Hunting means what?
See a koha.
Ahawako no aye den.
Okuku aboa no.
Okuku aboa no we no say share the meat.
Nti wo be cheche nam no.
Wo be che nam no. Na ma menka wo bibi. Sanka de wo kan na nka wo yesi bempo anka ha me. Omukọ USA. Koshia party for USA. You were John Dramani Mahama was sitting there. The party leadership was sitting there. And then their youth organizer stood up and said the same thing. I'll look for the video for you.
Pablo.
I'm telling you. Talking about you people shouldn't worry, we will come to power, we are going to share the power, blah blah blah. You see, we have a group of people who have the penchant. Pretend today that they care for the nation. Pretend that Omani Domakumas when we are there almost see Ghana check tax waivers. By the way, my tax waivers. Into a mubu full and so mukra de mumma tax waivers a buokra man fanko parliament. You gave tax waivers that sometimes you didn't even take to parliament. The point I am making is or mining now penny year, me who's or mining now penny year.
Asempa FM.
But who petunia? And then could you talk black was a ton diamond? Bright a champion, I Brian a champion. Sasnet in the cohe, owners a womb. Snit ownership, go and check who some of the owners are. Go and check who some of the owners are and when they bought the shares. So mu petumia, you give a dog a bad name. Nama hangino. Namu dia petumi. Enti yen nyina de ehwehwe ne say yen security forces ebe gina brane. Bani brane yo a ebe yama yen nyina yenya so mfaso no. Ema obi nkyere se wonim nyansa se yen yo. Fa me yama nyosemu. Ema tu nsemu ngu ayi abontin fa ngu mfuturo ngu nkofo ani o, so that you can get power. Mo ka say ye share hwan na wo what say ye nkofo ni bi hwan na officer ye ntim nkofo ni bi a mo so mo promise a mo ne nam a mo pe security ama mo nkofo adam nkwa na mo political circle ni mu ana mo nkwa na mo po mo so mo ne nam woni mo ma woni ade e mabufu pa NDC for parliamentary candidate ne MPs ni bi ebi mo ne yan nkofo ni bi ye te say anuafo. And they seek benefit from our people. And the very thing now, Kofi Adams no mu yahu ade no press conference no. Kwa chire na kohwe. Kwa chire na kohwe sa omo ye press conference na omo anu na ma chire su pebi. What are we doing to ourselves?
Wow.
You come into the public domain, throw dirt in the air, pretend like you are gods. Mabu my way down. So Ghana kebe ya Ghana we sebe ya kana ye NDC monsem. Se Ghana ene de omaya ye nyina sebe ye boy ho modern si ebe mana ye yi no. Sanke ye yi anka ye monsem. 11 years of uninterrupted rule plus 8 years of democratic rule anakabila mebwa. Nipa baku. Nipa kro. Nipa Kro had the power for 19 good years. Even identification, Kramanti me and Fama. Sa Brantia or Tihai, your friend, Benjamin. Sa Mimiti, your friend, Kofi. Even identification, Kramanti me and Fama. You couldn't even identify the people. And ne, Sabia, what Shraba. Or how about mine we are see afananya na my me call American and saying I did a shaving stick and I'm $3 and then me $9 America petrol na me or a ton $1.45 me call na $3.45 America. Yes you I was just there less than a month ago. Petrol na me wo just a few years ago near ton $1.45 and then $3.45. Worcester, yes say me see me body Worcester. Shell ne goil ne I golf ne ade wo ho. Obi a hotel from Worcester be on country. Ahochira ba wi ase nyina enti no. Yen tu futuro ngu Ghana fo ani. We will protect the police. We must all protect the police. But yeah, more being adanko dada rio.
All right, Kofi Mamenda, Erica J. Also, the Adventure. But good evening, Omayene. Kindly draw the attention of Kofi Tonto to the fact that minority leader Dr. Kessel Atohe-Forson has on no occasion said on the floor of Parliament that Unilever is leaving Ghana. That is palpable falsehood fabricated by Kofi Tonto. Wow. What the minority leader did say in his debate on his what the minority leader did say in his debate on this year's SONA is that Unilever has relocated its tea production unit to Nigeria due to the unfavorable business climate created by President Akufo-Addo and Alhaji Bawumia. And
I'm telling you, sir, Unilever was interviewed by City FM. And City FM, the MD said categorically, say, their relocation has nothing to do with our economic challenges.
Okay.
You want me to share the story with you?
So
you can read the story.
The production team is working on that.
Okay, then I'll send a video to the production team.
Okay, so Doc, minimum say new conversation. Try one back. Then we come back with the SNET matters and other issues.
Yeah, but meeting about me pacho me was some sabako maminya Kofi. Okay. Coincidentally, me see din Kofi kan. Na masembi sa ne say Dr. Apiahini.
Yeah.
She's the director of IT for the Electoral Commission. Yeah. Am I correct?
Yeah. No. Or your IT, or head of IT.
Or head of IT or university.
No.
But he's a member of the, he's not a director of the commission.
No, I'm saying that, or your IT person.
No.
What is his role at the EC?
He is a member of the 7-member commission of the Electoral Commission.
So he's a commissioner?
He's a commissioner, yes.
But he can, so he can work. He can do his professional
work. But that's not the point.
Okay, you ask your question.
His background is
IT. Yes, I just want to know, if he is a commissioner, is he still part of the university faculty?
Yes, they said it in their university has issued a statement.
Okay, I want to see that statement. I just had a simple question. He has an IT background, but then the other one I wanted to, okay. And I say,
I get the point. Your question now will be
because you see, for instance, okay, I am a faculty of the University of Ghana.
Yeah.
As part of the academic faculty, there were convocation, there were programs. I can go and gown and participate. If I should take up a new job and quit the university, that's what I was just trying to establish.
You want to establish that fact.
Say, is he still a university faculty? It's a legitimate question. So that one he will find out for, so that we know, was he there as part of faculty as he has submitted, or he was there, I mean, as a former member of the university community interested in what is happening in what they call he head of the.
I think it's a fair
question.
But attendant to that, an important question of good governance practice. So when you're sure about it, say commission members, previously, say no muye juma for I mean,
because
I
think we need to find out.
We need to
commission members.
So
commission. Times, the 3 chairs.
Yeah.
The 3 executive heads of the commission. The chair, the deputies, conditions are tied to appeals court. In fact, the chair is appeals court judge, and the deputies, say high court.
Okay.
And commission members, so circuit court or something.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure.
So
say obey me a year, say Juma no a year for. But I
only idea I just wanted to ask. The other thing some person can say.
Even before that.
No. My dog,
the other one I make can say. Me say in Kasa Yomuno or say the NDC is saying tax waivers now on him, and he's aware of tax waivers that didn't go through parliament. They have been in power for 7 years. Say I'm paso biati as I'm runner. No, because if there's a tax waiver, it's relevant.
It's relevant.
No, so be a tax
that does not go
through parliament. Why would you investigated and prosecuted people? Because also you can't say more. Because one say you can't say, and Dr. Kabila de can say, you more minor war from him.
We don't have to follow suit.
Can say more to me, you are in power 7th year, and to say if you have evidence, say what have we done about it?
Professor Mianko break him right back.
My man responded to this. My man responded very quickly. You see, argument be within a contest. The contest that I was making the argument in, they say Momu accuse Abane say or my tax waivers. Meanwhile, most of betna so no more tax waivers nibi. And then I only added a segment to say in some instances nibi wokra na and co parliament. Me pacho. The point I'm making is say tax waiver, which is the main argument that we are making.
Most will be a boneno. You did it.
No, but you are not trying to prove say nipa ni ye ne die no. Why ye no to the point say why ye ne even illegally because we are going to parliament because you are asking parliamentary approval for tax waivers. Now, all can context the context ye penifonic in parliament is that you are borrowing money. What's your ahunchiremu now? Do you grant that amount of tax waivers?
These matters of tax waivers should
the quantum is serious issue. The quantum of tax waivers. Quantum of tax waivers.
But if you agree that tax waivers is we need to take a critical look at these.
Yes, what qualifies for tax waivers? Because stay because tax waiver per se enye bad, but it can be a window through which are obey me perpetuating corruption, abuse. Because the grant will be tax waiver of let's say 1 million Ghana cedis. Now company now or be established no.
You make 15,000 Ghana cedis.
You will make like if the nation will get or be employing for a certain amount, the PAY you be in a year can be more than that 1 million or create job amount for and all of that. It will be a justified tax waiver.
I agree with you.
But there are also tax waivers. We bet to meet alpha so we in the private business MY in a way. We have not even looked at the economic value of that business. Now grant out that's and the quantum of the tax waiver. We should look at it. We should look at it.
What's the argument now?
Doctor,
for purposes of education, manya relevant say the chairperson of the commission, Article 44(2). The chairman of the Electoral Commission shall have the same terms and conditions of service as a justice of the Court of Appeal.
Okay, that's the chairman.
The chairman.
Yeah.
The 2 deputy chairmen of the commission shall have the same terms and conditions of service as are applicable to the justice of the High Court.
Okay.
4. The chairman and the 2 deputy chairmen of the commission shall not, while they hold office on the commission, hold any other public office.
Good.
So you see that the other executive heads are exempted. Specific. So we will do public office. We are not
the other commissioners in there.
The 4 other commission members of the commission shall be paid such allowances as Parliament may determine.
Okay.
Which means they are exempted.
They can do that job. That's the information.
So what it means is that it confirms my point. Is if they had taken time to establish, say indeed, was it a campaign platform?
The presence of Apiahene at that point.
Was it a campaign platform? 2. If it wasn't even a campaign platform, na say baby or no bet me or wana. 3. Adwuma na wo ye no bet me. Some yes anyama we nyina. Come on, win anymore say and dinner time. Go and see the insult.
Okay.
We are no mabe ho takra o jem no ma ho say mo na Ghana.
Hey, brand new. Na edi na taro nsa hu yi. The friend ahomeka hate patch. Se what yaw e wo ho ba bia. Now they are taro so. Emre tiewa bi na dwo. Bra, wo see eyi pain. Emi so be hi bi pa o. After construction ya na me back na me neck pain. E ha me pa. Nu na ma me papa. E de kutia arthritis. Any body pains. E yedwuma se. Ahomeka hate patch. Say your back pain, waist pain, menstrual cramps, any arthritis nko ade a. Use ahomeka hate patch. What helps and oil. It's a ginger and cinnamon and aye. At a phone call Alpha Duo Pharmacy, Origin Chemist, Pharma George Accra, Palace Pharmacy Accra, Buakwa Pharmacy Takrad, Knock Chemist Takrad, and Malarigo Pharmacy Tamale. The Biafra 0599 802297. FDA Agit.
Ago, people of Ghana. Are you ready to make your voice heard? From Tuesday, May 7th to Monday, May 27th, 2024, the Limited Voters Register exercise will be happening from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. each day. If you've turned 18 recently or missed out on registering, now is your chance. Simply visit the nearest district office of the Electoral Commission with your national ID or residential digital address. Don't have an ID? No wahala. Bring along 2 registered voters who can vouch for you. Replacement of cards, votes transfer and proxy will take place from the 30th of May till 14th of June. Please be informed, it is criminal to guarantee for more than 10 people. Remember, one registration per person. Leave the premises when done registering. Let's ensure every eligible Ghanaian is included in the voters register. Your vote counts.
This is what it has come to, the moment that defines a season. It's the finale, and I want it all. I want all the gold and the drama. I want Pep and Klopp racing for the top. I want the biggest stars shining on Champions League nights. I want the fairy tale stories and the glory. I want the passion of Serie A. I want the flair of La Liga. I want the Premier League. I want the football finals. I want it all. Reconnect to catch every match live on TV.
Across Africa, a new era has begun. Shifting our focus to a new horizon, connecting us with one purpose: to create and share opportunities to grow. Today, we are making a brighter tomorrow, built by our dreams and our energy. Across our continent, across the world, we are creating a better way to a better future. A Pan-African future. Together. EcoBank. A better way, a better.
So Grobwaya she. Nanswe was so with Jiweni, and one is so with the 500 Ghana cities in Mohomo, but to EcoBank account move or EcoBank in Krabata, and now Express Point BRA Bengo, who to me so the far EcoBank mobile. So now bet to me a deal with Chefa what Chedia Bro 1 million Ghana cities, EcoBank million gang promo nimu EMG. Anio every May Bosumiko 31st July 2024. Enipa Bro 7,000 be feely soft life and kasa. Ye EcoBank customer na we am foul call kai say 500 cities bia wo de beto account mu no wonya point wo EcoBank million gang no mu enne ya EMG enti fasika to account mu enne ya na di wo chefa wo sika ne achede bebro 1.2 million Ghana cities ni mu kwampa wo be faso agi weni wa brabom kwampapa ebibi man papa EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank. Akradie ena lady won sa hase na ekoso won Caritas platform no so. So Grobwaya she. Nanswe was so with Jiweni, and one is so with the 500 Ghana cities in Mohomo, but to EcoBank account move or EcoBank in Krabata, and now Express Point BRA Bengo, who to me so the far EcoBank mobile. So now bet to me a deal with Chefa what Chedia Bro 1 million Ghana cities, EcoBank million gang promo nimu EMG. Anio every May Bosumiko 31st July 2024. Enipa Bro 7,000 be feely soft life and kasa. Ye EcoBank customer na we am foul call kai say 500 cities bia wo de beto account mu no wonya point wo EcoBank million gang no mu enne ya EMG enti fasika to account mu enne ya na di wo chefa wo sika ne achede bebro 1.2 million Ghana cities ni mu kwampa wo be faso agi weni wa brabom kwampapa ebibi man papa EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank. Akradie ena lady won sa hase na ekoso won Caritas platform no so.
Malaria fever, typhoid fever, body and menstrual pain, cold and joints, loss of appetite, mono, say a punua,
Hey! Afi! Yasadia Semper from Champions League Fun Day on the 1st of June. Yaneo Shada UEFA Champions League final in a grand style with T Havana restaurant. Ghana Fway! Tama Fway! Yasadia Semper from Champions League Fun Day Saturday, the 1st of June. Bakayo UEFA Champions League final in a grand style. What? T Havana Restaurant and Gardens. Summer Community 9. Winnie. Borussia Dortmund and Real Madrid. Jekukuru James Street Polia. City Havana. Game number 1. Chiani Champions League Fun Day with T Havana. Timbia also supporting Jesse Brami and Tala. The share some perfect. To my family at Dom TV presenters Nina. Nansana match and the best you Miracrano. You bet Gianni Fiano Pana. Consistent match and the best Fun games I would do the JDB. Saturday 1st June 2024. T Havana. Nasata. The radio programs I would do in the live of T Havana. Awesome FM Champions League Fun Day. I am powered by some passports. Supported by Dom FM and Dom TV. Sponsored by Juango Energy Drink. Keeps you going. No fears, no limits. Sinter's Tank. I am tough. I am strong. Franco Trading Enterprise. For Papa Fee. Global Lighting Center. Your solution to quality lighting. And Kania Papa Fee. Jama Detergents. Your partner for clean clothes. Asempa FM Champions League Fun Day. Hashtag Asempa FM UCL Fun Day. Jack, my Sharabot. Ghana Fway. Tama Fway. Yasadi Asempa FM Champions League Fun Day Saturday, the 1st of June. Bakayo UEFA Champions League final in a grand style. What? T Havana Restaurant and Gardens. Summer Community 9. Winnie. Borussia Dortmund and Real Madrid. Jekukuru James Street Polia. City Havana. Game number 1. Chiani Champions League Fun Day with T Havana. Timbia also supporting Jesse Brami and Tala. The share some perfect. To my family at Dom TV presenters Nina. Nansana match and the best you Miracrano. You bet Gianni Fiano Pana. Consistent match and the best Fun games I would do the JDB. Saturday 1st June 2024. T Havana. Nasata. The radio programs I would do in the live of T Havana. Awesome FM Champions League Fun Day. I am powered by some passports. Supported by Dom FM and Dom TV. Sponsored by Juango Energy Drink. Keeps you going. No fears, no limits. Sinter's Tank. I am tough. I am strong. Franco Trading Enterprise. For Papa Fee. Global Lighting Center. Your solution to quality lighting. And Kania Papa Fee. Jama Detergents. Your partner for clean clothes. Asempa FM Champions League Fun Day. Hashtag Asempa FM UCL Fun Day. Jack, my Sharabot. Ghana for why ready ana Game Park Limited a lottery company for ewa Ghana Kroma e dia grow for Abeja na e sase every 15th September 2023 since we ba da wakoma so every the number 1 Equity 36 tani boom na share nim say we be disika bocho wa bra ye number na pie bobo hu na ye ready say we be di mula wa bra wo twa from 1 Ghana cedi to 350 cedis na face kana we be channel fa bo hu predio no sia me tire 26 times e was up pick one game imu but star 946 hash e networks ni nyina so and now betimi download the Game Park app no e wo your website ni so www.gameparkgames.com share your live draws e wo Adom TV anopa no nkron ewia dumienu e na nwumre no nsia de bia Game Park more mula more power Sagrodi National Lottery Authority in Sashase undi mfie du nwoche a endi sago ibi bono wa hweyem
what ma show ibu ma omba Papa tofu na me so be hia ska na onya ska we hia o ma me susie nyina aka metum sa
ba we so fa so na ebi no e wo mo hihye mu no utimi di busuani a onimru 74 years e be ka ho se de be asem 2 said asem 2 mi a we ni entutu anka won sem sike fia me tua no busu mi bia no e so fa so no me fro mo apɛ e no mo ba me moa eni se obi abo ma ba so yi be didi na e na enfa so
Monsieur wa kai se owura obuatin so amfane papa anhye my way insurance ni mu a enka for so di we nyina ka onya aya kai say abrebia obey my way insurance no odi obusuani mapa baako ebe hye so ebetumi aya wo yire ukunu umame upapa unua ana oba nipa bia odi ne beka ho no sa nipa no wontu ahwe phone ne dial is *165 hash oh MTN so se sia send my way a ka say no way
Ghana Frank Franco. Esa the electrical appliances for just washing machines, agent woman yopo, CCTV cameras, and need all clear. You know that several mobile phones, these are iPhones, Infinix, Nokia, Samsung, any the account, anyone says you see now. Franco, and I'll bring you the papa, ne water foam say Franco air conditioners, every 1.5, adequacy 2.5 horsepower, Samsung Franco TV, every 32, adequacy 85 inches. Franco, essential tabletop, double decker, any chest freezers, and chain in a mahoden cry. Franco, Kwabata be a benwo, name of head office, a water braka. One in Roxy Cinema Nedian friend 0246 422 338 and a 055 5939 311. Franco Electrical Appliances Papa.
So for one final time inside the final, into the final.
Catch the final days of the Premier League, La Liga, Serie A, the UEFA Champions League, and other major cup finals from May to June. Stay connected to GoTV to witness live in all the finals on GoTV. Even when the last whistle is blown, it's not over yet. Brace yourself for the UEFA Euros 2024, only on SuperSport. GoTV.
Across Africa, a new era has begun. Shifting our focus to a new horizon, connecting us with one purpose: to create and share opportunities to grow. Today, we are making a brighter tomorrow, built by our dreams and our energy. Across our continent, across the world, we are creating a better way to a better future. A Pan-African future. Together. EcoBank. A better way, a better
himself Grobo yes. Nanswa was so with Jiweni and one is so with the 500 Ghana cedis in Mohomo, but to EcoBank account move or EcoBank in Krabata and now Express Point BRA Bengo, who to me so the far EcoBank mobile. So now bet to me a deal with Chefa what said the bro 1 million Ghana cedis or EcoBank million gang promo nimu EMG. Anio every May Bosumiko sit 31st July 2024 and Ipa bro 7,000 be feely soft life and kasa. Be ye EcoBank customer now we are foul call Kaise 500 cedis bia what the better account muno unya point wo EcoBank million gang nimu eneya EMG enti fasikato account mu eneya na di wo chefa wo sikani achede be bro 1.2 million Ghana cedis nimu kwampa wo be faswa jiweni wa brabom kwampapa ebibi man papa EcoBank the Pan-African Bank
Akradie ena lady won sa hase na ekoso won Caritas platform no so
himself Grobo yes. Nanswa was so with Jiweni and one is so with the 500 Ghana cedis in Mohomo, but to EcoBank account move or EcoBank in Krabata and now Express Point BRA Bengo, who to me so the far EcoBank mobile. So now bet to me a deal with Chefa what said the bro 1 million Ghana cedis or EcoBank million gang promo nimu EMG. Anio every May Bosumiko sit 31st July 2024 and Ipa bro 7,000 be feely soft life and kasa. Be ye EcoBank customer now we are foul call Kaise 500 cedis bia what the better account muno unya point wo EcoBank million gang nimu eneya EMG enti fasikato account mu eneya na di wo chefa wo sikani achede be bro 1.2 million Ghana cedis nimu kwampa wo be faswa jiweni wa brabom kwampapa ebibi man papa EcoBank the Pan-African Bank
Akradie ena lady won sa hase na ekoso won Caritas platform no so
tontonte yenum nsane e fadwen ne e fadwen mpa say na nim say brebi beba ama tonti na 74 upa ye ne simple T74 abeye adru tonti na 74 ana T74 asa twe ya dwene asina nanom dodo so say de na dodo bua ma nanom enyare basabasa no saa na tonti na 74 ana T74 ebu anipadua no emo immune support enti obi onum bie no abrebia ne ho denden tonti na 74 yin so ya ye no say nsuo krokro wa kama enti baby a wonam bia obetimi de wade akọ samene wo a anka fi na kroi eda no nko na wie ye wa bra mennom T74 samennom tonti na 74 menya hoɔden mennom ne da bia T74 yi eye hahama ene ye de aye na DHC ena aframa na ye kama saa no T74 ahoɔden ni apomuden ko a wo kɔ pharmacy ana baby eto nno bia ubenya tonti na 74 yi bia to T74 yi enye ma oba wa fa afuro ana obi a ɔma nufo ana se obi a onya mfie dumienu eto phone 05016289931 and 0246073498 FDA agi adwadie nkrat
Ghana foi yay tema foi yay afi yasadia sempe from Champions League fun day na on the 1st of June yani o hwe the UEFA Champions League final in a grand style with T Havana restaurant Ghana foi tema foi yay yasadia sempe from Champions League fun day na Saturday, the 1st of June, Bekai UEFA Champions League final in a grand style. Wow. Tia Havana Restaurant and Gardens, Summer Community Night. Winnie, Borussia Dortmund and Real Madrid. Jekukuru Giants Train Poli, City Havana, Train Game number 1, Siani Champions League fun day with Tia Havana. Team Bia also supported Jesse Brami and Tala. The share some perfect. To my family at Dom TV presenters Nina. Nansana match in the Meshas and Umrecrano. Fiano Panai. Consistent match in the Meshas. Fun games I would run the JDB. Saturday 1st June 2024. I want Tia Havana. Nasata. The radio programs I would run in the live of Tia Havana. Awesome FM Champions League fun day. I am powered by some passports. Supported by Dom FM and Dom TV. Sponsored by Juango Energy Drink. Keeps you going. No fears, no limits. Sinter Tank. I am tough. I am strong. Franco Trading Enterprise. For Papa Fee. Global Lighting Center. Your solution to quality lighting. And Kania Papa Fee. Jama Detergents. Your partner for clean clothes. Asempe FM Champions League Fun Day. Hashtag Asempe FM UCL Fun Day. Jack, my initial report.
Wamangene, Pamina Sande. Wamangene, Pamina Sande. Wamangene, Pamina Sande. What can I say? What carry I want?
Asempa FM. Asempa FM.
Wamangene, Pamina Sande. Wamangene, Pamina Sande. Wamangene, Pamina Sande. What can I say? What carry I want?
Well, we are back. Yeah, there was so across Wajibra Oche, Power Jet and Semana Mekacho, and the Uko, one outlets, Nibia Shaman, Koa, Naso, China Inti Enterprise, who won Sana and Kranzo. Every battery shop, so Kai Kumasi, Kwame Koba Enterprise, Pampaso, I feel every battery shop, or Swami Magazine, Ameko Merco Junction. And Afi, Uko, the Roxin, Air Ventures, and so Unya Power Jet Battery CB Atom. One location is Shalom Sports, roundabout on telephone 020-8090-789 and 0242-3147-74. Ecobank, Ecososo, Eka say I feel crying you need Jim more cry because in share Ecobank show with the Guacomo, over 1 million cities worth of cash and prices. Ecobank saying one day age media by Nashi by friend Ecobank Million Gang promo. Inti we over 7,000 across Ghana. Ubia wa Kenya so timinya udin kunim. Inti omose na otu minun tembiano. Ade omode achede ne abasubode sonko manipa up to the tune of 10,000 Ghana cedi. Afei bosume miensa na afei ato abano draw na afei uni bia na odi nkune de ma. De sese o ya no de o deposit multiples of 500 Ghana cedi into your Ecobank account and as your nearest Ecobank branch. Ecobank Express Point or via Ecobank Mobile to stand and nyinano ubenya achedie ne abasubodie pi achedie ni be accounting fuel vouchers and wachi shopping vouchers airtime and afi achedie an wasu bebre sa nkomo we ye dia free me busum kopem 31st of July 2024 brea so se osutimi ajiwani ankasa kai unu se 500 Ghana cedi bia o deposit no mu akwanya amwura EMG draw num Ecobank's EMG Million Gang num. A better way to enjoy life, a better way, a better Africa. Ecobank, the Pan-African bank. Tortina 74 so ka say drosun ko aba na support the treatment of kidney and liver and high blood pressure and have ulcer and our general well-being. Tortina 74 do nankasa de offer 0246 073 498 or 050 628 931. No timi Tortina for a di in kita home. Namasaka say any buy because Provident man, you are covered on a catcher say only year brain how adaji they said no my brain everywhere. If it's 247 or buyer on WhatsApp available. Policy beer or person buyer no doing kita no or register no on I credit. I'm say free buyer and a text buyer and a WhatsApp buyer on 0242 426396. No to me anyone adding it down. Copper syntax syntax tank tough and a size strong. I feel so or preferred color be a piano ya be the amount. Layers into the agent open whether double, triple or quadruple and no syntax for a base imagine the amount. One over 300 agents or menu baby. Order your tank now. Brow phrase 0244 335 168. Now if you want the tabia so to ya dbia say hani pediano or quantum cosocraft. For one war 0243 686861 or 0245 749206. No team one Eddie a year in we are back to studio. Dr. Camilla want to say Professor Bayo so want to say the Kofi Tonto and so I want to say Doc Panosa Shas influence war some 2 or 3 other issues let's discuss but brain you know they never come as well. Professor all the share conversation as well now they're coming.
Well o mine asembia ede dodo se ebe yampa no entimi nyampa asembia ede dodo se ebe yampa no empempia na nyampa sembi ono e kana ye de adi we de edi se ebe yampa entimi nyampa so that's here bosri muka yate yesi yɛmfa nkyekere man wo de bɔ mmɔden sɛ wo de bɛyɛ a ayɛ sɛ kwakwa nanse a wɔde sɔneɛ anaasɛ kɛntɛn ɛdi konsuo wobɛkɔ mprɛ mpem anaa pem mprɛ apem wobɛkɔ bɛbɛ biara ayɛ wabɔ ho mmɔden a wo na ho na bɛfɔ nsuo paa deɛ womfa bi mma fie Ghana Odi atudwa say yes mampani dada say woman raise 24 electoral concerns na asori mpani for enkasa ho enti a kasetia Electoral Commission omoye on press conference minua pani fifi kwete na ye ensema o kan ye nyina Electoral Commission aya no na anu ye na chi no ade a omaye omadwen se ombeti ana omunye omadwen se ombeti de di kan ene de wo he edi tro a ye ni sesi ayi eye me de se minua Professor Bayo owa na wagdi adanse se ono ni mpeso aso de nyame ayi adom komisa anu dwumadie no ekoso toten ebia enka NDC General Secretary tie no ansa na woye press conference na nko betu sebi enka mampani dada mahama etie no a o kasa for Electoral Commission ho a obetu sebi obayene commission na ewo hono no eya mamrei na chechire no omu ntimi nye de omu pe de di kan no de to so bio ya man ya bakosemu no de di kan a yanya commission eye baasunkuo ene sa commission yi from 1988 INEC ana o emranim ni Timuafo Joseph Foribuatin ne Dano, ne Bani Ekua Foribuatin, current member of the commission. Ntiya manya no. And I'm Reverend Engineer Mameno. So that's here. Ne papa. Any didi mwana Dr. Frega 93 commission no be gina ne naso pa no. Ona na ye chairperson. Na no dro numa pa no nyina be deputy so on mo. Me papa David Kanga. Me papa Safo Kantanka emrani nim Justice Afre. Omu nyina be ye adwuma kakra wo ho. Efri edidi mwa Mami George no poko amankwa Amadi Sule nom on be ye adwuma nema bi Mami Charlotte se be ye chairperson and there you a new set of commission members emumi ansa executives enemu nine now we you free on more omo directors omo and I say afafo eda nkrabata ba ko ne ya ye nuapani Dr. Sribu Okweku a won da electoral services ano Oko regime bia ya o directorate wo omo ye repac and I say regional parliamentary advisory committee DIPAC district advisory friends say party advisory committee omo di djuma wo enti mentimi ho si bia ni wodo ma be ba e be broso a ye ntimi nka na di ntro no omo be sha se da bia wo say wamuma start of day report said the fidie no ne ho ne masiti e wamu wie so a yama end of day report na yama paper trail nipa dodo aye den ye tro wo mu din we na wamu ye so mbe ye no ama na efe mfoni amu friends infographs and I say photographic images of the data and enfomso aba enfomso no ba ho because raw data na commission no wo na political parties wo no ene infographs no na so so yabam ena omu ye from so de koto wo mo website ene omu Facebook page or something some from so no na ni say eba it ought not to have happened if the EC had done proper and due diligence I am from so eba ena omu be gia tum say I am from so ya kama ne ya traso ntraso no ne joy say abasa free say obi pese owi abamu na sem from so ye nwiamu ade a take the NDC manifesto for 2020 you refer to the persons with disability law as having been created in 2007 ndina ye nwiamu ana no mo pese o mo ya na nke eba 2009 na nke ye pass no under Professor Milsada I will never stretch it to make that argument. Never. A genuine error. I admit the fallibility of humanity. Intinipana jia tumwa. Edembiu. Kani ebeka se easy. Mamo mano nye aya queen. Aya nui mani nye kun. Na kwesa. Amani nye kun kra. Mani sibiu. Na tuaso. Na fe dia cost recruitment. Why na recruit no work constituency B as a temporary staffer? Mo won no asem. E no so a yan fama. Mede 2020 European Union Election Observer Mission on my report. E bye. Ye to about Ghana hanmo asebi mo multimedia mo than election headquarters mini apanyi kwame so ne despite media almost almost friend no na ya correct you as a decision the decision time before one there and sana political parties properly so speaking no alternate and another independent coalition observer mission see one more there one more so ye den one more ye one more crowd one more ye no oni ma do one ye o ma hene one more ye official results and EC official results and Kodio PVT estimates for the 2020 presidential elections and no more ye error of margin confidence range our mudi na nyina edem pepe scientifically and statistically correct say na enya dia bibi akoso a ebro so omuji tumum from so bi mu akoso human errors bi so what I say uhwemu a omu independent collation no omu identify enso mo court no obi ana makase mo di nkunim parliamentary ni presidential nyina no mo ntimi afa sa dance mu ba kokra nko enso mo ka kire Ghana fo nyina ni titu na chitafo say abano mo wiemu sorry mo wini mo di nkunim e na obi awiemu di ama obi besi na mo mpa Ghana fo chew besi na mo mpa isi chew besi na mo mama nyoku amuma muma omufu ya ebinom di akire akonya omu wo no kra no sebi mo fa mpata nkoi na ne ade aye ya provisional register kra ye nyeye mo kasesi mo bo se abano yentu yo modin kunim de ntia munni kunim ne se obi be wi abanu so shameful omahine so shameful and so dangerous ehu oni de ehu no wo mo asiesie nkrofo adwen se me enye aba dabi yan ji aba Ghana fo beto krogin no entum age se yato ama wo mo ye sa to aba man ye ye sa ye man ye man ye ye sa ko ye ni man ye ye nyai sa de ne ye na we na me di be wi hwe I am here some to who I na enye minuanum MPP for be there. One more kasa ya can say register near one. Near incurably flawed 2016. Okay. Ya insisa register no. And one edu to aba. Ema mampani akufado odi nkunim. Womunya an unprecedented number of seats in parliament 169. How am I okay? Enti asama na mi bisa me won say what did that make of the elected or the product of that incurably flawed register that was used in electing them? As a sebi President Mama na dwene ye ne say ampa refre we sunti ye nkai sa ne ma bi sei enti ene the NDC for mo ye Electoral Commission yi se Ghana for to aba the mammo mampani ayi Frankatuni ana se mo mrahye badwa for dodo no ye to aba mam mami Jimensa ene na pamfo they have no choice some be declare no mo declare o tan hunu ani atendidie ani sabi ntwanto so anamo ye no na Ekosiisen ene Kofi busa sim ye dey say man ye Omayene ye wo bribia sebi achinya sebi nyansa ni ho no anase ni nyansa abu abra no ye jai ye wo bre ye ma achinya eni nyansa ntem ware no ye ma no si ho sebi emo adoma awo mu ninkaye eni ahu nim kra no wo mo tete a omo onkaye ye nyai se de yesi tutu ye ho ase no wumpeu ya mamrei eni edibu mai wumpeu aba ye beto Electoral Commission na behwe so wumpeu de omanfo beto na ye betre ya dwan fa ho no eno na Electoral Commission ebeka anase edi atudwa ewo polling station anase ba bi eto aba na yakeka ni nyina bom ama wo mu de akire de yato aba yi ni so onye Ghana mampani yenyanto saba no men kai obi aye a brise ya ye ka say 2012 na NDC moni da so nyina ne se nipa nka otu franka amamo eye mampani dada JE Mills ye ko to 2012 aba no nipa na ni didan foni no so eye John Dramani Mahama yankwa enni woye ye kasa yesusun kasa de to so bio bibia timisi ebetimi aba kura se nipa besi sana dwen se me kura me na nye biom eno so na se me kwabra bonfe na nyame be ka se 7th December man ntumi a na me kasa gina so chinchina se me ebre no so a me nkoto aba ma Kofi Adam Kofi Tonto a na asem a na me ka no koma hene ahoma so be no na me de kasa sa di mesra me di manusi no ye kasa yesusu kasa na ye nipa emre eni ho maye emre ye ninkaso.
I see. Prof.
Yeah. Let me say me kan sem kakra aka afa isi no se do se mre nyu ho no na mabo snit in some hu kakra. As a former union leader who has risen through the rank of union leadership, no, let me say, Snit hotels and some no, hami. But me shall say what Electoral Commission as some who na me kase. One say sebi from so we nipa, but from so be a hunsun sanso no a hardry. What I say, me a doctor. From so me ye from so na obi fasu a me talk say o my from so but death is so final and funny pan emba back, so it's a serious offense emra kwanu no wotimi etwema so because from so there batani pa na wo hwe Electoral Commission ejuma oya. Yes, Dr. Kabila say from so woni pa ho, but I was say Electoral Commission for no almost a year. Because
I added that they ought not to repeat.
Yeah, me too. Mam just me so me see masem ni pise. So one year in from so back one, the effect of that is devastating. Where Electoral Commission, the Commission 2020 results someone announcing how many times? Error correction how many times? Ewo emrasemunu. They say justice must not only be done, but it must be seen to be done. We will be independent arbiter. Una we ye nyina yensa yasem nyina hye wonsem. Sebi Electoral Commission bi na no okase. Meni Kofi ena ye gina abato ewo. Yemfa se aha baby. Na so okase mi mewini a. What declare no? Asa. Sementiasia. The only remedy me wono ASM eden meko court. Na ehunsu so no edos. Enti se wo ye body a ye decide to me ya hye wonsa. E wo se wo ye ahweye because unim say sebi just a wrong declaration between ama obi afaso. If ahwe no nkwa. Bit me dani o man nyina esnitras enti no some errors be wo ha enye acceptable na say Electoral Commissioner why yes happen you see about account pen ya say bin sonson kra na dey we are careful why a national resource would declare about 3 times. No about my from so no correct. My from so no correct. Now when you odi on minor kuma any agro. Now why
in terms of the figures I'm declaring.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. One year correction.
Yes, there's only one gazetted presidential election result.
No.
The error Prof. The error was in announcing Kasano.
Then making
all cano the na ya trono. And I can from here. And not no once
live on air.
Yes. Well, correct you. So when you repeat, you make the statement say they did it several times. I've heard that thing. It is not true.
But the other draw attention is say their job is so sensitive.
I agree. And you know, me say initial or yes sound from sono or kase so tonebo eka. And I make us say when yes or can no be kaka say what can't you? Or not come here no who say yeah trauma me no man can say and or they kata beto so say yeah and we should stop overstretching that.
I don't think
and that made the EC once made that went to advantage of any party that a court decided on and said otherwise was the case of Rebecca Doty which belonged to your party. I also work for God.
Me pacho.
Mama benefited from error of judgment of the EC.
And that doesn't justify the errors.
I'm not saying it justifies.
It doesn't justify the errors. So, numerical errors are ECA. Now, so a sign of the same thing happening. We will be careful. Anything. Oh, yeah, infographics. And you are repeating errors in that infographics. Okay? Why yeah? First one, these errors came up. It was on your website for a long time. People started talking about it. You came to admit, no, are correct. Now me bisa say, how seriously any fasa ejumano? Because unim say no, it will raise suspicion. So I don't want to bossy and get it right. Say the beya, it will kill all suspicion and mischief and engender trust in your wuye. On your official website, yes, will be a website, no, and you'll be social media page you can know there too. So on your official website, or publishing results, which is what I mean, the number of registered people, which is what we should all rely on, and you're having such errors. It sends a idea, a hard dream, because obi any where the next error will appear. Say be amina me ko we ni bibi. No be aba announce nyam na me wi ni ye. Na me ko fa ne hifa. Afi ne ko court. Ni akoka ho nsem. Intino Electoral Commission mesre no. Nsem ni bi wo ha. Aman nyina ka no. Watie. Ebi nso wo ha initial no si wo ntie. But enyema bi a watwe asan no aboa o man no. Because in this year, I call election as a sensitive election like this, no. That's not the time I didn't never be your butcher skill and another experiment. You must deal with the time tested values and now methods are winning. Indelible ink, biometric verification and a failure, manual verification. All the nema testing is what we should do.
Right.
Then and because of that, I think ECN must be careful. This transpositional errors or more with the results or more registration figures or more upload or more page, you know, and communipa. But in some paint, you know, will be one in the machine. Second, Uber recruitment to home sema and then person make one. But assignment of mobile sites are now hard to reach sites during this registration exercise. Meaning, the way I see here, no, it leaves much to be desired. Remember example, Miami constituency. Okay, constituency no, who share the graph of the constituency, who share map of constituency no. Any baby Electoral Commission choosing my say on a bit my hard to reach area now. A bamming kwa interested there and Kenya, it could have been better than. Complaining because then now could do one side of the whole constituency and other sides in this will be about district capital and yeah cry away near what peculiar reasons being here yes you say easy or they hard to reach side no cause some other places but our money sir but we are working on what we have now Osaka be say and ko say NDC for apologize to Nkofa sure won kwa because you can say you win election no me pacho any part do omo sure omo kwa no was not following the declaration by NDC and your press conference say you win election no am Nkofa be gu kwan so e ma ye demonstration and a police for be two we should go back. The facts are there. Collation centers where there are difficult results were being declared Techiman, one who may see ye. Into Adena Oberkante say near because NDC car say results on ye engine to moon and nothing any fast who now will be sad for someone to apologize or man penny apologize. The security agencies or more yes and semna those despicable acts, you know. Have you had any apology from them? man so far so man for a sure on have you had any apologies? So I think we shouldn't go in that direction. But my take on snitching semi. 1 minute per.
So the minute boss.
1 minute per. Me pacho. Snitch. Almost ka mo nyina e Ghanaian worker. Ye nyina yesika. Na mo agina mo di ejuma. I honestly think says a snitch na adwin say ni hotel si. If for any reason or per se or recapitalize the hotel no or call into a management contract to so oye den the level of transparency around it no and koye snitch I issue statement until this thing came public. Honorable Okujeto amfadi and toja and anko shiraja and snitch komu nim say wasn't komu carry the public along. Now with the hotels no akoma Brian Champon also would own 60% of the shares to Brian Champon Rock City Hotels, which is owned by a known politician. A tree margin. A time. He's a Ghanaian. Yes. And I'm going to say, wrong. But what the back common sense more, it does not make sense.
But that's the unfortunate thing about politicians and principle. 16 years back, the almighty Okujeto Ablakwa and then lawyer Dr. Maneboama against Jake, is that correct?
Yeah.
In that case, even though it didn't get to anywhere, they vehemently opposed a politically exposed person or owner acquisition in a government property.
Yes.
It didn't matter whether it was 0.01% or whatever.
Yeah.
As it stands today, what is their principle on that matter? Because the same thing that he's fighting over now, the minority shareholder who happens to be a member of the NDC, that one you are not talking about it, because that has been your principal position. How they call court to Dr. Maneboama. So the principles that we lack makes it difficult for us to solve the problems of this country genuinely void of partisan interest. So if 16 years back in court, Jake Otanka took something from the state that Dr. Maneboama and Okujeto Ablakwa then thought that there was absolutely no need for that kind of venture, what makes it right for the Ahoys today and Vanef, I don't know much about them, but the Ahoys, to be shareholders in a public property that we own? Why? That's the principle. It's difficult. That's the principle we are all suffering from. That's the principle.
So my asama maker or who say the principles must be held, but they are here on my way. I say every political season, no, we instead of going forward.
Part of the truth is that who government lands, baby. For now,
yeah,
you can go through when the NDC was in power. Prime government lands. Go and check the people who are living there. It's NDC. Today, prime government lands.
Yes.
Go and check the people who are buying it and who are living there. It's MPP.
And I make say so. If we don't stop this equalization,
but the principle, equalization,
the principle is wrong. And I'm saying that if we don't stop this equalization, what is beginning to happen, especially what I have seen in this past few weeks, years, is that it's like every year, every political administration take us to a new low.
Well.
Instead of going to a new high.
I'm happy. Now you see.
Kofi,
wrap up for
instead of going to a new high. When are we going to build this nation?
Kofi, wrap up for us.
You see, and near money be your me try say men politicizing. I want say I can come in here. They can't say me show adeba adebi on ya adebi. Go back to archives. Na kwa share document be a era John Dramani Mahama signing here December 29th, 2016. Why? Into your mind assignment I'm a my opinion. Say go to the archives and look for a document John Mahama signed December 29th, 2016. We are next week Why?
You are done.
You know, I don't also December 29th, 2016.
Problem
document John Mahama signing that day.
Nyame
me kasa bi o ma
ye ba. Yeah, do me.
Okay, go on.
The second issue. Mama can deal with my dog. Uya so betimi aboa me ama watch me nipa kan ya. I say the use of accusations, including unprintable insults, held at the person of the EC chair has become normal. This is unacceptable. But as students of politics, we can see the strategy behind it. Vilify the credibility of the referee in the eyes of the public. When you can tell you are losing the match, this creates a platform where when you lose, you can discredit and contest the outcome of the match. This is the underlying force for the whining that has taken place against the EC chair. But John Dramani Mahama at the national campaign launch in Cape Coast. John Dramani Mahama. Lastly, the name Nina Abibu Samoa name dear TF say yan December 29 document at John Mahama sign. Area statements you am reading, lastly, or my and BBC here. Ahomkeka esi nyina yenije ene na abrewa yi poma kwan mu a yewura Mahmoud Baumia ekutwa ahoma no ma mabunu a sebe ye from Kayayi Okomadina, just a few meters opposite the social Medina social welfare abana pija dan mununtum esiho your friend of Kayayi Training Center or Kayayi Training Hostel or Ebimuka say the Kayayi University. The thing in the theatre and say, Yen Yanomoa Sabi Omo a strowa and nam say Omo pe Juma ne or Bramun Puntu Intino Omo Bafom Hano Dudwana Bidrua Dear na Omususu Sanka Omo Babinyano. Omunyanesa. Tusha ne 100,000 Kayayis any wo Ghana ha. Dodo na free sro na eba no mo ba ebi gina wo Kentampo, ebi agina wo Tachima, na ebi abegina wo Kumase. Kakra nso branch Kotakrade na dodo no nso abankran. Tusha wo habu abupen aduasan wo 38% of Kayayis e won kran. Na ebi mu busa se one more was Rohono, other than Kamunkosi hostels, no. The northern sector of the country. Namun stop the urban migration. Now, oh my dear Tiana say, and your mammy, you know. So we share the free SHS na abana. Statistically, no. A nipa 5 million and are benefiting. And at every material time, you have about 1 million students at almost school. Now we share data na switch say one more benefit from free SHS no. The 5 northern regions no. So what kind the regions or more benefit from the free SHS the top 5 is actually the 5 northern regions. Na niji sem ne say emra ye be share free SHS na se no bibi e friend no gender parity. So oba ne bema ye measure the equality of it no. Kaneno 2016 se mema wo haneko school free eko senior high school na ma aduosia nwotwen 68 eneko senior high school enei enam free SHS abenti no se mema wo hako senior high school ema wo hane insia 106 so enei ema dodo okra ko school free SHS ko senior high school sene mema the actually say at least when it comes to stemming the migration, free SHS ne bois, ama yenuanu man kakane no, omo beba form no, esote.
Right.
Atosubiu. The ema enipa bebreba and minya enemy be adwene say me ye call baby to say Talensi. Very, very, very far. From even Bolga to Talensi is about 1 hour drive. The part of Talensi I call no.
your baby a friend KGT our talency hono mo ye sa mining ne ade no enti babunu bi a ono wote ho a e bia ni nua bi e ba nkran be bo bra na waba be ka kire nso o ba no nso no bronya o ba no kuta be 2000 3000 cedis te said they will be free abrochira ba Ghana wabe show kakra ti ni nua keto bi ono wote a kire ono nso free say me nua iko ba e na wanya sika sa na me nso me nko na me nko ye den me nko try hwese be ya obeba no ansa no aba be hu se sa entisa. So part of the problem no a perception, the perception that if you come down south bibia be den e be yama. So it's not as simple as saying say kosi dan ni bi wo tamaliana kosi dan ni bi wo boga. If we say the perception alone me no tie your man obu a betimi am $100,000 say on fanya adwuma o Ghana ha. And so obeyi bi say o de kwa abrochiri because o person okohwe de eden etuemu wa.
Then it's managed by when
dan no YEANEIP district common fund and GEA. This is the team omoboa ma ye nti
why professor do you subscribe to that so almost see that for Akaya you do you subscribe to that?
I have a very different view of it.
That's fine. I know there's some before from
say baby adano it's not bad but say person solve Kaya problem now. I think it might be more comprehensive than this. That's just my submission.
And you're dining at them, madam. It's a Kaya training center.
Okay.
And Tibabuno ne bedemu bosume near Chirikakra.
Much
near mano training, beat making, baking, etc. And then you're more soft skills. Say some relational skills, hygienic skills, etc. Thank you.
The problem never bow.
Answer a question when they went to me. You didn't listen.
Okay, say I didn't say because any young fan.
Yes,
I was listening.
Yes,
and
I made sure say one.
Yeah.
Me ma two. They toss me and say apart from CABC being super crowd, my mouth the logical argument say already no it's being stamped. And you cannot entirely stop the migration.
That's not possible.
You can't. And then I make sure I say because it is fueled by perception. The perception that it shall be well when you come to the south.
And that's the 100,000 analogy. That's the 100,000.
Exactly. Sir, me tie Ghana for me blue bebre or how moti here. Omo free say so do America ne, o do London ne, o do Germany ne, ne sha brain na be sisa. Bi bien ho abeka kire na. And to the upper crowd ti company o ha ne fama no.
Still
Bekwabuchi. So that perception alone, it's not as simple as say ukosi hostel or so ukasi enkosi or it doesn't necessarily solve the problem either. So what you do is you use multiple solutions. One more mababe drew hadadano. What do we do to them? How do we bring? Are you saying say yensi wa yensi so munko northern side ni biwana? How do you do that? What do we do to them?
Okay, Kofi, that's a different conversation.
Enti training. Na omu wiya. Wa wiye no yama akande a wode kwako bie wadwuma. Ye nya wo sa o. Yama akande a wasa to wadwuma no ya sa follow for some time. Aboa.
But that's a great intervention.
Of course.
That's what we have to.
Obi my head pan. Pan this year so. And obi the man.
Am I
Tenkrai Sasu Alexander, lawyer, GRA Chibota branch. Also, anyway, me dance wa jibra utibi. Afi ba menka o se nyantitia, ye nyantitia papa ede boy bra. Ejere Asanska University College of Design and Technology, say fashion design technology, jewelry design technology, product design and entrepreneurship, and have a digital media and a communication design. When you want to abasakom, ebra oba wana swear no abinyantitia nya degree and our diploma and our certificate. Free one was 0540-124400 and I say on website na aucdt.edu.gh/admissions. Asanska University College of Design and Technology Design. ɔno design one sa build a year on my money na me dey see amame no ase se oje brebe pem sa brewe e sha ase no mienu ebo no so an side san komo we abrewa sempa 94.7 nyame adom e china o de chair we are here chum Kumasi Asante ko ko has da ben Sunday or Saturday okay so eno so komo e be de nyame adom e china e da